There it is. Welcome, everybody. Sorry, we're running a little tad bit late this evening. Let's see here,
Yep.
Jen. Oh, no, I guess we are all unsupervised. No, I hate to tell you, Zen. We're here watching everybody, everything. Um, we're just trying to give Mr. Quester a moment there to get caught up and in. So he'll
Yeah.
be joining us in just a few minutes. Guys, in America tonight, Super Bowl Sunday. Thank you for taking the time away from the game to come join us. I got to say that. Um, some key points I want to hit about that this evening. That's just been blowing my mind. It's pretty impressive. Zen thought he could get away with it. Dang it. Kira says, hey. Let's see here. Jerry says, hey, everybody. Just a crypto guy. Hello, all. Zen Sup Ultra. Thank you for getting up and joining us, brother. I know it is early for you. Early, late, however you want to picture it. Let me tell you, I'm struggling tonight. Like I could go to bed right now. That's why we got the coffee.
You do not
Oh,
miss the coffee in the cafe shows.
no, 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 no. I only did that one time, and that's because I went to go put it on, got in a hurry, and the basket didn't drop all the way in. And I walked away to
Okay.
go get ready, came down to coffee all over my kitchen counter, my floor. Yep. So no
Oh,
coffee for me that night. Oh, alrighty,
nice.
guys. Wow.
Yeah. So you were speaking of Super Bowl.
Yes, Super Bowl Sunday. Right now, the show itself, the game, doesn't intrigue me. What has been let's see here. What do we got? Kara Parrott. Excited to hear what you guys have to say tonight. Welcome. Yeah.
Yep.
Here's where we cover all the updates, everything that's gone on throughout the week with Arca within its ecosystem, and some massive things again. But with Super Bowl, I'm more intrigued about the commercials this year around, guys. I don't know if you guys have been following it, paying attention at all. But crypto commercials are starting to take the space. So far, I've seen crypto.com, Coinbase, FTX, which FTX is also the ones that I don't know how they're doing their marketing, but it's pretty impressive. They made the Super
Yeah.
Bowl commercial. I go grab Chinese. On the back of my fortune cookies has the FTX logo. They're hitting every niche that they can. They're trying to extend their reach as
Yeah.
far as wide as possible. So hats off to them guys. Um, Let's see here. I got to get my
Well,
Telegram open and get caught up.
yeah. I mean, personally, I also use FTX. I mean, it's been almost a year since I've been using FTX. In fact, their fees is cheap. It's almost half compared to any other exchanges that are out there, as far as I've seen. So,
Really?
if I want to send in Ethereum from Binance, I would be costed some. I mean, I would be charged somewhere around 0.005. uh, I'm sorry, 0.05 Ethereum is the cost for sending, Ethereum from Binance. But from FTX, it's 0.001, uh, and or sometimes it's even 0.0005. It keeps varying.
Yeah.
So that fees
The,
aspect is something that's really nice with that, and I've been using it personally. But I don't know how the FTX US domain has fees structures. It might be a little different. So people having ftx.com and ftx.us, they might be having a bit of difference in that. But one thing that I want to quote is a similar such kind of ad campaign did run towards one of the cricket tournaments that happened here in India last year, right? It was one of the biggest cricket tournaments and a lot of fan following and stuff. So a lot of emerging exchanges and established exchanges actually went ahead and promoted their crypto. But what is the one thing that they did over there is, apart from the regular commercials or the regular billboards and stuff like that, they started advertising as in crypto would change your life and that's the only thing that you need to go for and stuff like that. I mean, false promises. So the government had to
yeah.
put a ban on all those promotion ads, which is misleading or misguiding the people out there. So it's like you put in $1, you get $10. I mean, so
Yeah.
why are you investing in mutual funds, invest in Bitcoin, stuff like that? So,
Yep.
uh,
Everything
I
that
mean,
we don't
those were a
believe in
little
here.
misleading, yeah. So they did get a ban, but nonetheless, you do have a lot of commercials running on the sports section now. That's the new niche, right? So people are
Hmm.
intrigued with sports and these big sports events, and especially when Crypto.com has its own stadium now.
I
So a lot of
know.
big
I
things
know.
happening. Yeah, a lot of big
Yes.
things happening. So on one side, this is the advertising part. This is one section. But on the other side, just look at it this way: that mass adoption is starting to kick in. People are
Hmm.
starting to adopt crypto. People are now getting to know about crypto. The awareness is increasing. the use cases are increasing, the usage of crypto is increasing, lot many countries are getting into it. They know for a fact that they cannot, just go ahead and ban it aside and,
Yep.
just be ignorant about it. It's come to a stage where if you are ignorant, you are the loser, right? That's the
Yes.
stage
If
where
you
it is at now. Yeah.
Let's see here. Hold on one second. What's Caesar got to say? Crispy, no advertisement is allowed on our channel, especially if it involves scams like Bingo. Mr. DeLuca, evening to the Archangel Legion. Yes, sir. Evening.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us here, guys. Definitely seeing a little bit less views tonight, but that was anticipated. That was expected.
Yeah.
Um, but
Probably
yeah,
they'll all catch up after the live stream ends because they're all busy with the game.
yes. And the thing is, the game should be over before our stream is, so we'll see what happens there.
Oh, that's nice.
Um, yeah,
We could even
it's.
Unless people have after parties. Don't forget that.
I forgot about that. Yeah, Miss Brett was saying that she had 4 people running around her house trying to scan the QR code for Coinbase wallet or for Coinbase earlier, and
uh-huh.
that was impressive to know that their site crashed within moments of that commercial airing. It just shows the reach that that the Super Bowl commercials
Yeah.
have.
To be fair, with what they're having on right now, that doesn't surprise me. So,
Yeah, absolutely.
like,
Yeah,
nobody can pass that up at all.
Yeah,
that is very true. Let's see here,
exactly.
just a hardcore people. I know. Yes, and Mr. DeLuca, Caesar, Kira, Crispy, Jerry, and Kira. Kira, I am so sorry if I mispronounced that name. So, all right, guys, what do we have with announcements? Oh my goodness, where do we start?
We should start with the end of round 1 of Guardian presale.
Okay. Yes, let's keep that down. Keep it simple at first. Let me get that pulled up here for us so I can look at the exact statistics. Because
Yeah.
I don't want to quote it. I believe it was 362 or
Yeah,
350, 357 or 358. You're right.
Yeah.
357 or 358 registrations for the round 1 presale. That was massive. Blew my numbers out of the water. Let's see here. We are here supporting you guys. Well, thank you. I know, like I said, Caesar, I'm not even paying attention to the game. It's more or less the commercials got me intrigued tonight. I was sitting there blowing up a few people's DMs like, you watching the game? Like, I don't care about the game. Watch the commercials. Just catch those. Oh, we got Stacy. What's going on, sir? Yeah, we got 12
Yeah.
people. They must be getting bored with the game already. What the crap show it's been anyway. So I've been catching bits and pieces, and every time I look, it's never good. But yeah, round 1 presale ended on. See, that would have been the 4th through the. Oh my goodness, my days are running together. 4th through the 7th, and with the 357 registrations, I think there was. Let me pull up the list here. I know there was only approximately 10% that was not qualified. Rather, it was a wrong wallet address put in, or they didn't hold to the requirements to be able to register. That was insane. I was expecting roughly 100 to 200 I'm going to say actually 100 to 120 to register. And when we broke that 300 mark, and then after peeling through the list and all of them, the community came together, we got through that. To see that only 10% were actually not qualified, that was amazing.
Yep.
That was a heck of a turnout. Now, round 2 isn't going as hot, but it's a weekend. It's Super Bowl weekend. Everybody's probably kind of leaving crypto on the back corner, but Super Bowl's trying to keep it at the front of their mind. Let me tell you.
Well, you never know. They would have already filled the form.
Yes. Zen saying all the cool kids here confirmed. Yes.
Yeah, and thanks, Caesar, for all the support and love from the entire team as well as the entire community out there.
Oh, definitely. And he definitely he puts in that work with marketing in the back end. Miss Bread, I don't think she's here, but Crispy, this is the hardcore group for the most part that's here. I got to say that. So hats off to each and every one of you that is here this evening with us and for what you do for Arca, with Arca. I'm not going to say for, it's with, because, we're shilling our investments and, and the beliefs that we got. I ain't going to say shilling. I hate that word. I'm talking about what I believe in. That's what it's always been about. Let's see here. Mr. Todd. Hey, guys. Yep, I think people are getting bored with the game. Crypto Nix, Arca Legion. Yes, DeLuca has started something with that, I think. I don't know if he's the OG of that phrase, of that saying, but. And Nelson, hey everyone, welcome. So, but yeah, the round one
Yeah,
pre-sale. Now, round two is going on.
it's going on. I think it will
Yes.
be ending. No, wait. I think it has ended. Today's 14th. No, for you it's still the 13th. All right. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I need to get another clock on my desktop, with the UTC timeline. So it's there up
So,
till tomorrow, 3 p.m.
3 p.m.
UST. That's the time frame.
EST.
So
Yeah.
yes.
USE
anyone who
EST.
still wants to go ahead and register, you can go ahead and do so.
Yes. And Miss Paris, she says, I'm new to all this. So a friend recommended her to the
Hmm.
channel. So thank you. Shout out to your
Yeah.
friend. Could you maybe explain it a little tonight? If you're saying this, maybe explain it a little. If you want to talk about Arca's ecosystem, Guardian, there's so much that we could talk about. We could be here for 3 days going over it all.
Just scratching the
So,
surface in 3 days.
yes, I know.
Yeah.
It's taken us, what, 17 episodes to create all the content for it, or 18? I don't even know. I've lost track
Yeah.
here.
This is, I think, week
I mean, forget
18.
about the number of episodes. It's just about how long we have spent hanging around with this Arca Cafe episodes. That's it. That's what matters, not the count of episodes. But yeah, to keep it fairly simple and straightforward, this ideally show is something which covers all your weekly updates related to the Archangel project. And we discuss around, we just have fun, hang out, and stuff like that. So apart from that, when you look at Archangel is not just a single token project. It's a entire ecosystem that is going to be built with Archangel in the center, the token Archangel in the center, and many other components which would be contributing directly or indirectly to that particular ecosystem. So there might be projects which are built from the Archangel team itself, which would contribute and add in a lot more value. As a holder of Archangel, you would be entitled to get staking pool reward benefits, which would be paid in the other tokens which are part of the ecosystem. Now, the other tokens, like I said, can be built by the Archangel team itself, or it can also be certain strategic partnerships with outside projects which are there. So they want to come into the ecosystem, we would gladly welcome them again with some proper checks and precautions. So
Yes.
likewise, the first project that has been onboarded or probably partnered with into the Archangel ecosystem is Scratch. There is also a recent AMA that we did. So what I would suggest you to do is run through the previous live streams, so you get a complete picture of what Archangel is. Me, Quester, and Caddy have specific videos targeted at specific topics of Archangel as well in our channels. You can just go ahead, hit subscribe and like, and go ahead and have a look at those videos as well. And once you're done, any other queries or questions, join in the Telegram group, join in the Discord group, and go ahead and ask around so you get to know more about it. Because there's so much to speak about. It would take another 3 hours for us to just keep explaining the entire
Oh,
ecosystem.
no. Here we go again. Okay, there it goes.
Yeah, I
Sorry,
know.
I've been trying to pull
It's
this
just,
up while you were explaining, about Arca being at the center. So that way we could just put it in a little bit of a visual form there.
yeah, there you go.
So this kind of breaks down. This is that distribution of value system is what Arca's focused around, is its staking pool. Now, some of the utility, that is its Arca's utility. Now, some of the things about Arca and how this ecosystem builds is by either epics or external projects that are brought within the ecosystem. Now, what makes it the ecosystem itself is the epics are internally developed projects. They are able to utilize Arca's resources. They're developed around the Archangel ecosystem, but they are big enough to result in their own token, own development team, and operate independently. Now, where does the benefit come to hold Arca? With Scratch as an external token, with Guardian, with Brainstem, with Spider coming up. Now, this is an older image. I was trying to dig pretty quickly. There is an updated one that shows those projects on here. But what those do is within their tokenomics is they supply tokens back to that Archangel staking pool. Now, in order to stake in that staking pool, you have to stake your ERC20 version of that token. What does that gain you? That gains you reflections from the staking pool for every token that is supplied in there. So right now, currently, the first round, it's been open and closed for the staking pool. Arca or Archangel is the only token in there during round one. Now, by the time round two opens, that we would be looking at possibly Scratch, Arca, Guardian, and possibly Brainstem, depending on its launch cycle and development timeframe. So every time something launches within this ecosystem, part of it is to supply tokens to the staking pool. When we do that, we're building that distribution of value type system. And let me tell you, I got my Arca staked. I'm sure probably many other do too. Oh, well, actually, we know they do. There's over, 7 quad staked? 7.8 quad or 7.6? So I hope there, Miss Parrott, that gives you kind of a quick rundown. Mr. Oslin covered a good part. I just kind of want to bring up that visual, kind of piggyback off of what he was saying there. That's the quick breakdown of Arca. We didn't even touch Guardian. We didn't touch Brainstem. We didn't even touch any of that. Highly recommend. Follow his advice. Please go check out the Telegram. Give me 1 second here, and I will find you that link. Let's see here. Where are we at? I say this every week. We got too many Telegrams.
Do we or do you?
Good point. Give me a few minutes here to drop that link because I am trying to find the pre-verify one. I'm afraid if I drop the actual one that they'll run into issues of getting into that room. Better yet, here, I will drop the announcement and the About channel to everybody. There we go. And you can follow into the ecosystem based off of there. So here is Arca's actual announcement group. This is where the updates within the ecosystem get dropped instantly. Let me drop that down here. Where are we at? There we go. I don't know what channel you're watching on, so I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to send this to all of them. And that way, everybody has that announcement channel. If you're looking for a quick read-through, something to follow along with the project updates, that is a very good resource. And then if you end up having any questions, don't hesitate to come over to the main Telegram. Drop a question. Bots are active over there almost 24 hours a day. I think there's about a 2-3 hour window where, you may miss one of us, but for the most part, we're active over there quite often. So, sorry guys, I went running with that. Let's get...
No, Zen, see, we said we were going to go over the ecosystem, right? We don't have enough time to go through everything. But yes,
Zen. Yes. And
Yeah,
yes, I did touch base. But that is an external project. And yeah, the NFT, you may know a little bit more about it, Antonio, than I do, sir. I haven't been able to follow very closely with their updates this last week.
I'll be completely honest. I went to sleep Sunday night. I woke up, it was Sunday morning. So, this week is just flown by for me. Then maybe this is your time to shine.
This is what I was going to say. Yes, this might be his time to, hey, you want an invite link, buddy?
I see you.
I would love to have Zen
starting dance parties.
Honestly, I would love to have Zen with us. Just remember PG-13. That's all I got to say. Nah, he's one cool dude. My delusional 2, 3, 4 a.m.s where I'm sleepwalking practically. We've had a chance to talk. It's been a while, but let's see here. Updates. They're about 10 business days ahead of schedule and contract is submitted for CertTech audit.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah. That's one thing, and with everything within this ecosystem, and I would love to make this point to Ms. Parrott too, is everything this ecosystem done, it was a timeline scheduled out for over 2 years. The first 9 months that was laid out of that timeline has been completed in the first 5.
Yeah.
Okay, actually,
almost.
Yeah, I guess that's way.
The first.
Yeah,
5.
you're right. Almost.
Yeah.
We've got. I think we're working on stage 4, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, I think we're. Let me pull that up. I think we still had something in stage 3. But I was talking about the actual roadmap, the development roadmap, when we're talking about the Epic's development, feature development.
Oh, yeah, okay, gotcha. Yeah, that one, yeah.
9 months duration,
Yes.
what was planned, has come down to a couple of months right now. So
Yes.
Yeah.
it's like, and you know what, Caddy? It just suddenly hit my mind. I was remembering those times when people were asking the when questions on the Telegram group.
When
And it has been
now?
only 3 months since the project actually had launched,
Yes.
And you had a lot of when questions, and I don't see them
Oh
now.
my goodness.
Why?
Yeah.
I'd like to see
Um,
some vent questions.
yeah, it's hard to believe. The progress that's been made, honestly, it feels like it should be like a year and a half. And it's hard to
Yeah.
believe it's under 5 months. And every week, every day is a step closer. There's something being accomplished every time we turn around. And it's hitting step A to get to step B. I think we're in like step M to N right now, somewhere in that range. Um, but I's are being dotted, T's are being crossed. That's for sure. Uh,
You're
they've
right.
It's crazy. The efficiency of this team, the aggressiveness of this team, and I don't even want to say aggressiveness, the aggressiveness of execution without fault. They're not sacrificing for quality over quantity. It's just very well executed. I cannot think of anything else to call that at all.
It's all in
Let's
the
see here.
planning, right? So it's totally in the planning phase. So once you have a proper plan in place, it's just about how you go ahead and execute it. Now, your planning, as far as I have seen how Joe had done it, in fact, if you remember it, in one of the cafes he had shown all those branches of whatever he had planned.
Hmm.
And he speaks a lot on the planning phase and stuff. And that's where I feel that, the entire team gets down to the drawing board, charts out their path, and it's just about reaching those individual small set goals and then go for the bigger picture. But so
Yes.
what is happening over here is they always have a backup strategy, right? So if A does not happen, then let's go for B. So
Yep.
it's all in the planning, I would say.
It is, and it's just the way it's being guided and just how it's being executed. It's impressive. Um, there's a lot of projects out there that say we're going to do this, we're going to do that. Arca has been doing it and isn't slowing down. They said this a
Absolutely.
long, long time ago. Was just watch. If you don't feel comfortable with your investment right now because of how much that Arca is trying to accomplish, sit back and watch. And let me tell you,
Yeah.
I'm sure there's some over back there that has kicked their popcorn off their lap watching. Um, let's see here. Oh yeah, Miss Brett saying football's boring. This is more fun. Welcome. And Blue
Ah,
Collar, welcome, sir. Again, if you haven't subscribed to Mr. Blue Collar's channel there,
yeah.
make sure to check it out. Like, subscribe, hit that bell. He is releasing updates almost on the daily. Like, he is
Hmm.
dedicated. I need to
Yep.
step up my game. It's been a while since I put new content on my channel. It's time to
We
get that
should get
going
him on the
again.
cafe. I don't know why he is not willing to come over, man. It's an open
You know,
invite. We want you here.
it is. The only way to rip that band-aid off is to literally rip that band-aid off and just do it. Yeah, just do it.
Yeah.
Um, Live streams are not meant to be flawless. They're not meant to be, executed perfectly. It's
No.
meant for the bloopers.
It's just you like to have fun. That's it. I mean, just be yourself. I mean, you
Yes.
don't need to, be that news reader with a list of papers. I'm not specifically speaking to blue collar, but in general to anyone who would like to be part of the live stream. So it's not that regular, the suit, the news. The news reader sheets or the screen in front of you, which has those wordings and stuff. That's not a scripted show that we would like to have. So it's just about being yourself, chill out, have fun, and then discuss about Arca. That's it.
Scripts are
Yes.
for
Crypt.
videos. That's all I gotta say right there. I'm sorry. I'm trying to
Yeah.
find. I'm trying to find the original timeline that we had. And
You're talking
wow.
about that tree? You're
This
talking about
thing
the
was
tree?
probably, moving
Yeah.
a lot.
I'm trying to find
So
the original roadmap we had of the epics, and I'm on.
I don't
Hold
think
up.
so.
I'm
It's
in
still
early
there.
November right now.
Yeah.
Oh, I have it somewhere.
Got
I'm
you.
trying to find it through. That's why I'm quiet. But no,
Why don't you get over to my videos? I think that would be, or your videos. You would have done a video on that, right? So that would be far
I,
more easier.
yeah, probably. But no, yeah,
Yes.
what I was
Where is
saying.
it?
For
Oh
streams,
my
I
God,
mean,
that
those
is
are
back
just
in
more
November.
for just to relax, have fun with the community. Videos are for more
Hmm.
scripting and taking more time editing. That's why I kind of
Yes, they're
like streams a lot more. We just jump into it and just go with it. It doesn't take much
Yeah,
time.
same
it
here,
so
man.
happened to me a couple of times that
Where is it?
just 3 days before I've been recording a video, I've spent almost 25 minutes doing the record. Pretending to be recording because the record button was not at all on.
Oh, yeah.
I did
Um,
25 minutes of the video and then I see that the recording is not at all on. I had to redo the entire thing. And one more issue that I also faced was the audio suddenly got cut off. I mean, I don't know at what phase, because during the recording I was not able to see the audio front. After the recording completes is when I'll be able to see and the stuff, right? So when I get down to the editing portion, I see that there is absolutely no audio in whatever I had recorded for the past 15 minutes duration. I was like, ah. And I
Well,
cannot do that 15 minutes part separately. I had to go ahead and get the other stuff also done again. So sometimes, it gets you on your nerves, and yeah,
So,
it
Mr.
is
Oswald,
what
I
it
have
is.
been there. I had did a test run and did my
Uh-huh.
OBS, did everything, made sure everything was good, did a quality check, like, yes, good to go, right? Somebody knocks on my door. The first thing I guess I did is I reached down, turned the mic off, went up there, handled business, came back down, did 2 hours worth of freaking recording. And I'm going through my editor and I'm like, why am I missing the audio file? Like, why is it not showing up? Ever since then, a good friend of mine told me, he's like, hey, to prevent that, stick this right on your monitor every time you go to stream. Every time. Every time you record. And so it sits up here. And I've gotten in that habit because if not, like that. So
Yeah.
nothing worse when I'm looking at my content. I'm like, man, this is actually looking good. Like the video quality is great. And I'm like, okay, checking my volume. Like, all right, what is going on? And I'm like, there's no way I can
Yeah.
voice over this. I cannot match my lip movement all across the board. No way.
No, you cannot. You absolutely cannot, because sometimes what happens is what you have actually spoken the initial time, you tend to change it, especially when you do not have a script in front of you, right? A script, by mean dialogue to dialogue wise, you write down and then you go ahead. I just think of what topic you need to do a video on, and I just go free flow. Whatever is there, it's just those bullet points that I keep in mind, and I just go free flow with that. So the first time when I record whatever I've spoken would not be the same the second time I go ahead and record it. So
Yes.
it's difficult, but yeah, I mean, it is what it is. You need to provide good content. You need to go ahead and do all this stuff. And Stacy,
Yes.
yeah, it's
Oh,
life. Absolutely right.
yes. All right, Mr. Roslin, I got to do this for your biggest fan out there. There you go,
Ah,
Zen. There you go.
just wait.
Here,
I've
we
just
can give him the
ordered a very
floor.
good webcam on the way. Once I have that webcam, I think it will be much more clearer for you to see the mustache.
Yes. Be
but
careful. When you get too good of a webcam, you're going to run into this stuff where it picks up too much.
Glares.
yeah,
Some
I
days
Yeah.
I
say
just want to
that,
That's
you
go.
where
guys,
I've been a little careful with the lighting and stuff. So I'm thinking of changing a little more so that the light hits the wall and the wall glare gets to me instead of the light directly on me. I've been
yeah,
trying some
Yes.
stuff, that's where I have actually retracted a little in terms of getting certain videos out. A lot of setup things are going ahead and changing. So
Hmm.
that's what I'm a little involved with right now. All this
Be
wiring,
cautious.
and all this stuff. Yeah.
Yes. Don't do too much at once. I will promise. I promise
Oh
you.
no.
Don't do too much at one time. As you can see,
Absolutely. It is.
yeah, I instantly go to stream and I have a flashback of my screen share glitching. It's like, no, we're not doing
Yeah.
this again. Not again.
Yeah.
um,
And I'm also
but no,
trying for different formats, like the same content or the video that you go ahead and put across. It's all about, the different kind of formats that you need to think of. So I'm just getting down to the drawing board, thinking of different formats and what would be more appealing. It's all about how you deliver your content on your updates. So
yes.
that's more work that I've been putting in on a daily basis. So that's where I've not been so active on YouTube as I was a month earlier or so. So yeah,
Yep.
but I'll be back. No worries.
We all go through it. We all go through it.
Yeah,
I'm kind of
yeah.
in that bridging phase
Because you do
myself
not
right
need to
now.
be, the same kind of repetitive person who comes over and says, "Hey, it's 10x. Hey, it's 100x. Hey, it's 1000x. Go ahead."
Yeah.
No,
Yep.
I do not want to be such a person. No.
Nope. No,
yeah,
I'm that real dry guy. Like I have a little
Yeah,
humor. I can show my emotion across. I'm not a jokester, but I'm going to keep it real. And that's just the one thing. Like, I don't have a big following, but I'm not shamed by it because guess what? The following I have is that true and loyal. They're following me
yeah.
because they're not chasing
Absolutely right.
100Xs. I'm all about that
You're
organic. If it
absolutely
takes
right.
me 3 years to build 1,000 subscribers, I don't care because that 1,000 subscribers are truly loyal out there.
Real. Yeah.
By the way, if you haven't
And
liked or
moreover,
subscribed to Mr. Aslan Quest or my
yeah,
channel, you better do
you have to do it. Also,
it. You better do it.
Now, I
No.
was gonna tell you guys, at least it's not as bad as when you go record and you can see your mic is working perfectly fine, and then you go download it and there's no audio, nothing.
Yeah,
I
it
ran
has
through that
happened to me also.
2 nights in a row. I was so
You know,
mad.
Questor, uh, what I have actually found out on that note is the moment you start your recording, give it 10 seconds time. And after that, start speaking. So that's when your actual audio doesn't get distorted or doesn't get a low volume. Sometimes it so happened that the initial 10 seconds or 15 seconds, my audio is so damn low, and then it picks up the
No, there was no
actual
audio at
volume.
all. Like I did a 10-minute,
Yeah.
15-minute video. There was no audio at all.
Yeah,
And I was like,
I've
You know
heard
what you
I'll
about
just
do?
that.
start at a different point. So I just let it stay here for maybe like a minute, and I'm like, okay, let's go ahead and start. And I do it.
Yep.
You'll see in the video. I'm just sitting there like playing on my phone or something. I go to talk again. Nothing. I don't know
Yeah.
what's going on.
What you do when that happens is when you're sitting there, and for example, I act like, okay, like I'm doing my video playback, and I realize there's no audio. It's, yep, I'm done. I'm done.
Well,
I give up for now.
Yeah.
and then the best
Come
part is when
back.
the audio does work is whenever I have bloopers and I screw up. So then I end the recording and I do it again. There's no audio for the next one. I
Yep.
would do it perfectly. No audio.
Yeah,
Let's see
you're
here.
right.
Oh,
The
you know
cross
what, Blue?
Stadium Bridge is so
Yes. So
amazing. Yeah,
we haven't even talked about that yet.
we'll come
BSC
there.
Phantom. Yeah. Um. Oh my gosh, guys! Like I said, there's so much. BSC Phantom. Um. Arca tokens are live on. Oh my! It's on BSC and Phantom Network and ERC. Now,
Yeah.
if I recall, I was seeing some things drop in the main chat where you can actually do this. Now, do not hold me to this until I get clarification, but that you
Yeah.
can also buy it on others as well. Um,
On Pancake
it's
Swap, you
that
mean?
see Pancake Swap. I know for sure for BSC and then Phantom, but
Yeah.
actually, I don't even want to comment on this because I don't know the integrity of what I seen. So I'll
Hmm.
wait for that one for next week. But yeah,
Yeah,
that's
again,
huge.
it's a big update in terms of launching the token in two other platforms, or two other blockchains. I would say one is the BSC and the other is Phantom. The main advantage that you get over here is the versatility as well as the community that is out there using those networks. And BSC community is pretty huge compared to FTM, but FTM is not far behind. It's gaining a lot of traction right now.
Yes.
uh, as far as I have been following or I have been seeing, FTX is coming out with a lot of projects. I'm sorry, FTM. I've been saying FTX, FTM, Phantom Network.
Yes.
So they have been getting a lot of new projects coming in. So lot many people are moving over or shifting over to that particular blockchain as well. So it's just about time frame and traction. But what this allows Archangel team to do is a much more wider aspect in terms of reach, as well as
Yes.
certain other products that you can bring out tomorrow. They can be in these chains. So having them in these chains, the biggest advantage that you get is gas fees until unless
Yes.
Ethereum is fixed. So, and in case people do not know about it, or I think I've spoken about this in the last cafe episode as well. Ethereum 2.0 is no longer there. There is nothing called Ethereum 2.0 anymore. So
No.
it's just called Ethereum, and they have also postponed their layer 2 solution or the sharding solution to 2023 2024. So that's what is going to happen at that point of time. But what is going to happen right now, very lately, say by March, April, is they said they're going to bring in some intermediary, changes to the way that transactions happen. So we might see some changes in the way transactions occur. Probably it might not affect us, or it might affect us on the procedure front as well, right? So that is something that they're planning to do, which would reduce the gas fees by 10 times than what it is right now, is what is being speculated. But it's going to happen pretty soon, is what they're saying. Once that happens, we can see some good reduction in gas fees, is my belief. But nonetheless, even if it happens or doesn't happen, it's much more easier for people on the BSC side because it's very cheap gas fees. And even on the FTM, the Phantom network, that's where also you can have very cheap gas fees.
Yes. Now, I do want to make one thing clear as if we do have any BSC investors that are in here, that when that staking pool opens, as of this time, it is still that staking pool will only take the ERC version. So even if you hold the BSC, you can go and swap those for the ERC version and be able to stake your tokens there. Unfortunately, yes, you'll get hit with that gas fee, but if you're looking to hold Arca in the meantime, BSC Phantom, great solution. And like you said,
Yeah,
the gas fees are freaking amazing. A lot better than what I've looked at and I've spent this year or last year. I haven't done much
absolutely.
buying this year.
I did
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
two.
sometimes it's good.
Yeah, I was gonna say I did
Yeah.
Sometimes
two.
instead of buying new ones, it's always good to hold what you have. The
Yep.
main reason being, instead of you investing in certain other projects which are not so uncertain just to get that profit, when you're confident about a certain project that would definitely moon, hold those coins. Not financial advice, again, just
Do your own
what I feel.
research.
The,
Yeah,
the, the,
I've invested in a few of the GameFi or DeFi related projects last year, somewhere in the duration of July to September month. So these are this in this duration I have invested in a few. So they're all down right now, but I know for a fact that this year is going to be something of an execution phase for all those projects. I mean, same goes with Archangel as well. So taking all these aspects into consideration, it's always good that you do not shuffle around too much. Only if you have fresh investments. I mean, again, not financial advice, just my personal thought. If you have fresh investment that you can go ahead and do, or if you have some spare amount that you want to go ahead and invest in new ones, go ahead and do so. But those projects which you personally feel that are really good, like Archangel, ensure that you do not miss out the position, because what would you lose is only the amount of, I mean, the position that you might have established at the price point that you bought at that particular point of time. See, say suppose you had bought Archangel just 1 month after the launch, that price point, and when it reaches a 10x, you would already be far more than that 10x because you bought the position. So that is what you're going to lose for a short term profit. Not many people realize it. In fact, no, many people think that, okay, I go ahead and sell it at a 20x, and then even if it drops down tomorrow by another 10x, I can still buy it at 10x and then again get the 10x gain. But see, what you're losing over here is you sold it at 20x, and then when it went to 30x, you lost the 30x profit and just settled down for the 10x. So
yes.
that is where you lose your positions, and that's good for traders who are well versed with the entire market and stuff. But for people who are new to the crypto or trading, or who are new to any terms of holding and waiting for those assets to move and stuff, again, not financial advice, just repeating it once again. Just to be clear and straightforward, it's just about your individual risk tolerance, as well as sometimes you need to invest in something and just leave them aside, forget about it.
Yes.
All those
So,
big investments of Google, Apple and stuff, people did forget about it. That's where you see a lot of millionaires who did that investment in initial stages, right? So I mean,
no, I
just
just
some
want to say
thoughts.
I do have. Oh, sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you there, Mr. Aslan. But since we were talking about the BSC and Phantom, I did want to show, guys, these are the official contracts for those. But make sure that you're pulling those official contracts from archangeltoken.com. Reason why
Yeah,
I say this, guys, if you have never ventured in BSC, you got to be cautious. A lot of scam contracts out there, scam tokens. Make sure to follow those contracts from the official sources. Don't jump on Dex Tools and type in Arca and, um,
yeah.
you're okay with like CoinMarketCap, CoinGecko. You can verify those sources. Dex Tools, they will link a website to any
No,
contract out there. No?
please do not do that. I mean, like you said,
Yes.
you're right, Caddy. I mean, I said do not do that.
Oh, gotcha. I
Do
was
not
like, no, what I
ever
miss?
use. No, no, no. You are absolutely right. Point on. When it comes to PooCoin, when it comes to Dex tools, and yeah, thanks, CryptoNix.
Let's see.
Zen. All right. So when it comes to Dex tools, when it comes to PooCoin or any other chatting website that is out there, please do not type the token name, because a token name can be easily duplicated. All right,
Yes.
please do not do that. Even a small change in the the uppercase or the lowercase of an alphabet also would matter when it comes to the token names. That's how they pick up. So please do not type the token names. Always use the contract address of whichever token that you want to use, or see the chart of. And then the best part, in Dex tools, add it to your favorites. Just hit the star button, or in the poo coin, add it to your favorites. So the next time you don't need to search for it. You just have to click on the right or left side panel on the specific token, and it shows you the chart. That's the easiest option. But on all those other aspects, I would say wait for Guardian, because that would solve your problem.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely. Couldn't have said it better. Um,
No, not at all.
what was I gonna say? Oh, and also the thing as well to be basically what I'm gonna. This is what I'm doing. Not financial advice again. I already have the ERC20 Archa, which is that's what I'm going to be using for staking. But the BSC and Phantom, I am buying more of because again, those fees are like 10 cents.
Yeah.
So you indirectly make your bag bigger. It's just you don't see it on your ERC20 side. And again, like I said, the ERC20 is for your staking, for your pre-sale. What's it called? Why did it leave my head? Requirements. There we go. I don't know why I blanked on that. Those the
Yeah.
ERC20 as of right now is where you're going to get all the good stuff and the benefits. But I will say if you just want to get a bigger bag, BNB or BSC and Phantom are definitely where to go, and that's what I've been doing since they launched it there. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, I was gonna say if you can get your hands in both of them, gas fees I've seen. I think it was Thursday, like 5 p.m. my time. They dropped down to like $40, and that was a Thursday afternoon. So I mean, gas
Yeah.
fees have been better from what I saw this week. Hopefully, they can continue on next week the exact same way, or at least be able to stay around that like 80 to 90 range.
Yeah.
If so, I definitely would say try to get yourself some ERC20 Archer as well.
Absolutely right, Quester. So gas fees, I believe that Ethereum side they have been beat up pretty bad. Not only by people using the network, but also people who want to launch their projects. Now they have started moving around to other networks only because of the gas fees. So what Ethereum is actually planning to do is they do not want to lose that market, right? So the more and more people move over from your network to another network or a blockchain, the more business loss you have and less usage of your network. In the end, it just vanishes, poof.
Oh
So
yeah,
happened to a few blockchains as well. So on those parts, yeah, you're absolutely right. It's all about increasing your back size, mainly because of the gas fees over there. And one more thing that I would also like to say over here, when it comes to the BSC side and the FTM side, for now probably the staking pool is not open, but in the future you never know, that might also be open for those two chains as well.
yeah.
That's one thought I have, but don't hold me to it. I don't know. Ed would be the right person to answer. So if you're there in the chat, Ed, we would love to see if you have anything to say about that. But nonetheless, I mean, I'm just hoping that it might happen in the future, because this kind of tech integration, it definitely takes some time. It is not something that you can just do overnight, right? Because ultimately it's the whole stakeholders money that is in place. So you do not want to lose your money because of some exploit in the contract tomorrow.
Yep.
And that's where proper testing gets into picture, and proper checks and proper design, right? So the integration might take some time is what I personally feel, but I think it's definitely coming. Since you have these two tokens launched on these two networks, it only makes sense to add them to the staking pool. But the reward system might be a little different. That's something that we might have to wait and see. Let's see what it brings to the table. And yeah, Brett, like you said, everyone who wants to get on the cafe should have a mustache.
Hey,
At
I mean
least, if not the original one, get those paper or the plastic ones which you can actually hold like this.
that's what I was gonna say. That's the mental
Yeah,
image I got for Brett when it just occurred to me. I was like, "You gonna get back on again?" Just imagine
yeah.
one of those. She'd probably get the
Let's
one
see.
that's like all like short and like fat too.
Yes.
Yeah. Now that Kira had mentioned Archangels, I'm pretty much excited. When is that particular episode coming in?
Yeah.
When do
When
we
is
see
that
the
episode
angels?
coming in?
Oh,
I
that is
forgot. Yeah,
okay.
you can just yell up the stairs.
Yeah.
You know what? We should allow them to come on this show once and leave them aside. We can get to the backstage.
Yeah, the floor's ours. I got 2 seats right behind me at the table. I'll grab the coffee machine and have a good old time.
Those 3 jump in. All of a sudden, all of us 3 camps just leave and just disappear.
Hey.
Walk away.
If I could talk her
That's
into
fun.
it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I
let's
mean,
see what
it
a
would be
mystery.
really nice to have such a program because, as far as I believe, it would be one of a kind. It would be the
Oh, yeah.
it would be the first that is happening like that, and it would be fun.
Yes.
You know.
Yep, I've seen, of course, Twitter Spaces being held and stuff like that, but I'd love to see them on the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Yes, take some of the weight off of us where we can just kind of kick back for a moment and let the ladies roll with it. I think they all would be a good fit. Those
Yeah,
guys,
absolutely.
all of them are killing it.
Now,
Isn't
I'm
Zen
honestly
gonna
telling
join
you, they
them
can
as well?
definitely carry the show. Sorry, Questor.
No, you're okay. I said, didn't Zen was going to join them as well? Pretty sure there was some talk. Zen, are you going to confirm this? I know you're in here.
Let's see here. Let me in the Uh-oh. All right, here we go. Here we go. Give me one
You
second.
better have a mustache or you're going to get kicked out. Well, she's going to get a Sharpie just like quick.
Yes.
Aren't you going to be joining the
Yeah.
Archa Angels, Zen?
Repeat the question. He heard you. He heard you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I
Anyways,
caught that
it's
too.
On air, it's recorded, so it's pretty much available right now. Everyone can see it.
Yes. Yes. Who else wants to come join us tonight? We got Miss Red who wanted. Let's see here. I agree. Red, when you on again? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There she is right there, this crypto guy. Uh-oh. Yes. There she is right there.
Look at that.
Right there.
Now I'm part of the crew.
Yes.
No, I was not. Look at that. Now I'm part of the crew.
Wow,
All right.
Yes.
that was really good.
Somebody's stealing my phrase.
Just
Can't
with the,
confirm nor deny, but can I confirm this through TG? Because don't forget, I can also search through the chat bot.
Yes. As a matter of fact, that only takes a few seconds to do. Now the question is, what freaking room was it in?
The main one. I do remember
Let's
it was
see
in the
here.
main.
Kira says sexy stash.
thank you.
Let's see here. Todd laughing, Stacy, nice. I can't keep up with it. Hey, you ain't Shaggy, bruh. You ain't Shaggy. Some will not understand that. Yeah. Let's see.
This was not high quality. I'll be better next time.
Hey, on a whim, it works.
It's a sticky.
Yeah,
You know what? I actually was trying to do the similar thing with one here, but I could not form it to make it a mustache. I was going to go try to give it to Kira and talk her to coming in, but yeah, no.
Where is she?
Nope. She's upstairs.
Huh? All right.
Hey, I'm
She could
calling
join
you
in.
out, dear.
she could join in.
I know she can. She knows she can.
Yeah,
Okay, not you, boy. You're not joining.
Not again.
He's up there barking at me again.
All right, Zen, you're
nice.
saved for now. I can't find it. Probably because I'm searching it in wrong. But you're safe for now.
Oh, let's see here. Yeah, he's going to be safe for the moment. There is too many to dig through right at this second.
What do you guys look
You're
at?
lucky. She says, I'm here. Well, they don't see you.
Kira.
She going to come down and smack
Yeah.
the shit out of me. Or smack the heck out of me.
Daddy, did she get the baseball bat?
I don't know. My back's turned. The only thing that could save me is I could maybe turn the desk just a little bit to watch that staircase. Yeah, nope, it ain't going to work.
The last thing we see just, and then the camera cuts.
Yes.
You get that
All of it just.
bonk.
Okay, that is too close. It's pretty bad when my mic's invading my personal space. There we go.
Yeah, the camera will switch off, and the next time the camera is on, Caddy will have a big bump on his head here.
Yeah. Yeah, if I come back and the lights are dimmed down, yeah, you know what's happened. There we go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nope, no love tonight. Okay. I'm going to probably
Yeah,
regret this
same.
one afterwards. Watch.
We'll check on you. Hey, did you guys talk about, because I came in late. Did you talk about how we're postponing tonight's giveaway till next
No,
week?
we didn't even make it that far yet.
No.
So yes, I'm sorry, guys. Yes, the giveaway that was scheduled for this evening due to the Super Bowl. What the hell did I miss? Anyway, I'm over there and I'm watching cheering going on. With the Super Bowl this weekend, we're holding off on the giveaway, and are we doubling up next weekend?
Yeah, so what we were gonna do is we did 2 winners last time, the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Then we were just gonna progress with one trillion winner each week. But since we're postponing, we'll do 2 next week. So it'll be the same as last time.
Nice.
2
So yes,
trillion prizes.
and the only hint I can say is if you don't have a Twitter account, if I'm still on board if I'm still on the right track here, if
Yeah.
you don't have a Twitter account, I suggest getting one made. So just a heads up, little fair warning. And if you don't have a Twitter account, make sure to jump over to the main Telegram. You can click the top bar where it says official Archangel token. Click the videos down there. You might find a little special surprise tucked in there somewhere. Actually,
Yep.
before I say that, let me make sure it's still there. Oh, yep, there it is. Okay.
Stacey's
So,
here with an
yes.
update on the football match. Rams just won.
Oh, they called.
Oh wow.
Did they?
Yes, 23-20 Rams. They made a touchdown right there with like 14 seconds to go.
Mm-hmm.
Dang. The joy. Sorry, I got sidetracked. You know what? The best thing I can do. The commercials are over. Goodbye. No, we got wrapped up, Miss Brett, talking about the actual Super Bowl commercials, and
Yeah.
one being specifically the Coinbase ad that occurred.
With the
I
QR.
wonder how many. Yeah, I wonder how many
Yeah.
people end up in the hospital tonight due to that.
You should have seen my house. People were literally running up to the TV trying to scan. There was elbows flying. Seriously.
Oh,
Whoa.
now, did you hear what happened after only a couple minutes after they aired? That the website actually went down.
Oh wow.
Too much traffic. So with me being the analytical person I am, that was a huge check mark in my book right there of what just happened. A crypto commercial aired during the Super Bowl, enough traction to shut the website down just for a few moments, just an overload, but still to get that many hits in that short amount of time. Yeah, I think that speaks
You
numbers
had
right
so
there.
many people watching. Was there any like
Yes.
promotional offer, like you get some free crypto or so for scanning that QR code and things?
Yeah.
See, I didn't actually catch the ad. I just heard everybody talking about it. So
Yeah.
I rewound
What
it.
that?
Yeah, you
Uh-huh.
when you scan the QR, you either get if you're already a Coinbase customer, you could opt in to a contest, and it's 1 million Bitcoin for a prize.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Get $1 million
I
worth
opted
of
in.
Bitcoin.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, wait, 1 million Bitcoin itself.
No.
Holy, you know what?
No.
I
1
see
million.
you all in
No,
another
come on. 1 million.
$1 million
Bitcoin.
in Bitcoin. 1 million
Yeah.
Bitcoin.
oh, I forgot a word. $1 million.
Yeah. Cat is getting very greedy.
Hey, that ain't greed. That's just that. Oh my goodness.
Fingers
I
crossed.
would never rest.
I'm
Yes.
just kidding. On a lighter note.
Let's see here. Stacey said I got in that with Coinbase. I tried 3 times. I know, and it's like, Stacey, brother, all I can say is keep your phone in your hand at all times. It's crypto. You
Yeah.
just never know what's going to happen.
But you know what? Most of the times it's more of a marketing gimmick. So it's
let's
all
see.
about creating awareness and stuff. So I don't know if they would really go ahead and give that much. But yeah, let's see. But one thing is for sure, I mean, you see that a lot of awareness is being created right now, and you see the response of people, right? So
Yes.
you see how many people are wanting to get into crypto and how many people are already in crypto. Now that gave them an actual number of people who are using Coinbase and crypto as well. That's the data that they have with them right now, right? So that's pretty huge.
Oh, yeah.
This was the point I
Right.
wanted to make, and I was letting you finish there, Miss Oslin. So a Super Bowl commercial It's not cheap.
Yeah.
That is pretty realistic. I think that's more for around the halftime show, for per cost for slot. Um, yeah. So to Coinbase, it very well could be $1 million worth of Bitcoin distributed over so many winners.
Mm-hmm.
That's honestly
It's 3. Yeah. Quester's right.
three one.
Three
Yeah.
winners, $1 million each.
I'm done working. I'm done working. I missed it all.
I only
1
caught this
million bit.
because I only went on this because I was gonna go buy ETH, and I'm like, hey, what's this? And I click on, I'm like, oh.
You know what? I gotta say one thing from a strategic marketing standpoint. In theory, if they spent $6 million for that 30-second commercial to please 3 people, that was a straight statistical move, and they wanted to
Yeah.
prove a point, and I think they proved it.
Absolutely, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right there. Because one is you did get a new customer base also added up, and you got to know what is the current response of people who are towards crypto, and that data is really, really important to them, mainly for the fact that they can strategize their next moves and probably
Yes.
direct them to Coinbase exchange usage. You can see a massive upfront in the volume, probably this week. I
Hmm.
mean, might or might not happen, but yeah, you can never know. You can have a lot more registrations that are happening on Coinbase exchange or FTX or any other exchange that has given the ad on the Super Bowl part. Yeah, it's big exposure, is what I would say. Really big
Yes,
exposure.
and they got it. And I'm
Yeah,
sure that every single person that's involved with crypto directly watched that and was like, "Holy heck!" Like the
yeah,
sentiment to me, it's the sentiment value. It was enough to shut the website down for a moment, which means, and it proves what we talk about in Arca all the time. The curiosity is there. They're just thriving to know where to begin. Plain and simple.
yeah.
It, yeah, I got to
You're
bite
right.
my
You're
tongue
right.
on that one. The education niche is so important. So hats off to Coinbase for that one. The more and more I think about that, the reality that was brought to light just by that simple commercial, you know, um, the education side that the YouTubers that follow that, they're going to strive. They're going to thrive, or it's not strive. They're going to thrive very, very far in the space. Especially ones that keep it true, real, and down to earth. And I doubt we still have the person that was in here at the get go with this, Miss Parrott. That takes us over to Guardian, where we could talk about Guardian a little bit. It is focused
Yep.
on those new users, that user centric. Oh my gosh, my tongue's got tongue tied. Did it twice in one breath. Um, but having that platform where you can go watch videos on projects and how to do things, where you can go research a token, where you can follow official sites, um, and not get stuck in the mindless trap. Another thing I want to talk about this week, I had something very, very interesting come up. Um, I don't actually, you know what? I probably shouldn't talk about that. I don't want to make the space toxic at all due to other people's drama. Let's just leave it like this. It has been a rough week in
Forget
the
it.
altcoin world. Yes.
Forget
Um,
it.
I've been, observing a lot, and one of the needs that I have observed in this last week is one, the communication aspect. We all know that is broken within crypto space. Um,
Yeah.
but the competition, there is so many people, and I don't want to say the competition. I personally do not picture crypto as competition. Arca does not picture crypto as competition. And what some of the things I've witnessed this week unfold solely, and this isn't probably the main thing that you all are thinking of. That's been on Twitter Spaces every freaking night for 24 hours straight. Um, but this is another situation that I was kind of following and watching unveil is one project out there was solely focused on competition that it literally wrecked them before they even launched. And I'm seeing this as a more common trend out there. Guys, crypto cannot be. That's the wild west of crypto is the competition and people trying to fight each other. Guys, how many years have we been battling that within crypto and it has not, it hasn't progressed. We haven't put a step forward. We're either still standing in the same spot with concrete in our boots. It's time to break that concrete off those boots and start marching. That's all I can say.
Yeah. You know what, Caddy? On those grounds, I'll put it across as far as my marketing or market research experience goes with my day job and stuff. See, there are two things or two aspects to it. It is not only specific to crypto. Let me be very open on that. it is specific to the regular products that are out there in the market too. But what's the difference between that and crypto is visible to everyone, and that whatever happens under the table or backside of the backdoor deals and stuff, or even sabotages that do happen from the inside, those are something which only those companies know of, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the only big difference. It's not like, it's only happening in crypto, all those sabotage or all those competition and competitors beating down on their specific other new projects which are really good and better than them. All those stuff is not only happening in crypto. Crypto has that visibility in place, and that's what I like about blockchain technology and cryptos as well. It is purely
Yes.
transparent. Anyone and everyone can go ahead and have a look at what's happening. Anyone and everyone can have a look at what's going on, and anyone and everyone can go ahead and ask questions to the specific team or the owners. They can address them, right? But the same,
Yes.
if you invest in any of the shares in the company that is coming up, whom do you go ahead and approach to? You have to wait for any meeting as such that they call, or probably a virtual conference that they hold, and even then you wouldn't be having that much of right to go ahead and speak as well as much as you do and be open enough in the crypto space. So
Mm-hmm.
that's the trend that's going to change, and that's what is the power that the community is getting in all these crypto projects. And I mean, it's not, some people say that okay, scams happen in crypto, rug pulls happen in crypto. I mean, let me tell you and be very frank, as far as my experience goes, this is not related only to crypto. It's only the fact that people are getting to know about it since there is visibility available. But this has happened in numerous other companies which are out there in the real world as well. So, but no one is aware about it because no one is much following in terms of that. And those companies do not depend on people to go ahead and build their products. It's just about a few investors that they have, and also it's just about a few other people who are in the background involved with it. That's it. And no one will be going ahead and sitting and watching all those charts on the stock trades every single day.
Mm-hmm.
But with crypto, it's a different logic. You keep glued to the monitor in terms of the chart, especially when you're invested in a project or something is new, right? So that visibility is not there with the real world products that are out there. So yeah, I mean, uh, sad to see all those things happening, but nonetheless, it is crypto and it's going to be different.
Yep. And Arca's just putting that footprint out there, showing the way. And I'm dang
Yeah,
impressed with everything that's been done with every.
that's
It's been the
absolutely right.
community that's made it happen. Um, let's see here. Just scrolling through the comments over here.
Yeah,
Let's see. A few
I
good
think I do
ones.
not want to speak about what blue collar crypto is actually stated on the comment, so I'll leave the topic aside. Sorry, blue
Yep.
collar
I say.
crypto.
Yeah, sorry, we don't. That's one thing, here. I won't mention no projects' names. I won't
Yeah,
confirm or deny whoever it is, whatnot. It's just me as an observer out in the space, paying attention to
yeah,
what's going on overall. Let's see here.
true.
Very impressive. So, Josie Oaks, win Twitter Spaces.
Oh, all right, Josie Oaks. I know
Yeah.
Josie Oaks. So actually, that ties in with something that just a crypto guy had mentioned a little bit earlier regarding Twitter, when we were talking about people getting Twitter accounts if they don't have one. If you've resisted this far, it's going to be worth opening a basic Twitter account, not just for the contest we're doing, but for something else we got planned. We
Oh,
are, I think it's safe to say, we are pulling together the details for a Twitter space, um,
mhm.
most likely for this Saturday. So,
Oh, snap. Oh,
Wow.
say he said it too. I just now seen that. I'm glad great minds think alike. Uh,
Nice.
yes.
So the
No,
Arca
that's
Angels will be
huge.
heading it, is it?
I'm sorry, what?
Will the Arca Angels be heading the Twitter space?
I will be there. Um,
Mm-hmm.
not sure in what capacity. It's a little stranger to talk to people and not see them versus standing in a room in front of 100 humans.
Yes.
Hey,
Versus
15
you
minutes
guys
every Sunday.
are
It's
on the
not that
stage.
bad.
Right.
We have a few surprises lined up. We are working on collaborations with other projects,
Hmm.
and we're gonna plan to knock it out of the park.
Yeah, and it's going to show
Wow,
the fact
that's
of the
nice.
unification about how all the
Yeah.
projects can work together out there.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
with how I know I tread on thin ice when I talk about this type of stuff. Um,
That's okay. I mean,
with
when
the
it comes to
sentiment in Twitter, with the sentiment in
Mhm.
Twitter, this is much needed. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
Time to bring a little positivity to an ugly, ugly world.
That's true. I mean, sometimes instead of being in the competition, it's more about collaboration that works out for many projects. Because you don't need to
Yes.
be a competitor at all. You can always be a friend or a what you can say, a supportive
Mhm.
end to any other project, or probably take the good part from them and use it in your project, which would definitely propel both your projects to a greater height. So that collaboration aspect is something which is really important in crypto as well. Not everyone can do everything in crypto. Let me be very frank. Not everyone can build a pancake swap. Not everyone, even if they want to build a swap, how many people use it? I mean, I see a lot of people actually coming out with swaps, wallets, and stuff like that. Ultimately, guys, understand it all boils down to that specific community using the swap or a few others using the swap. But apart from that, if there is no differential factor in that particular swap, you won't get much traffic because people are so inclined towards those standardized swaps which are out there. They go for it,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
And any new project that wants to go ahead and provide liquidity that's going to be out there, would you go with a swap which has 1,000 options, or would you go with something which has just 5 to 10 options? It might take
Right.
time for adoption and stuff. I'm not saying no to it, but what I'm trying to put across is everyone cannot keep building swaps like that, and it's just flooding the market. Okay,
Yes, it's
so
saturating.
just for a fact that you are building a product, you just say that okay, I'm going. I was seeing this other project. Do not want to name it, but let me be very straightforward. They actually just had this API integration done with a skin on it. That's all. It's just the same pancake swap. It's just a skin on it, which ideally, by the looks of it, if people do not know how to understand and stuff, they feel that okay, they have built their own swap, but in fact, they did not. It
They
was
embedded
just
a
a
swap.
website integration with a skin on it. All right. So they just
Yep.
changed the color, they just changed the font and stuff like that. That's it. That's the only integration they did. And it's the basic
Sad.
pancake swap you have. What other difference do you get? I mean, it's fairly simple. What I'm trying to put across is if any other project goes ahead and says, oh yeah, we are building a swap, we are going to, what big difference are you making with that swap? Are you reducing gas fees? Yeah. How is it that you're doing it? That's something that you need to understand. So do not think that okay, they're going to come out with a swap and it's something which is revolutionary. Until and unless it really does something on a real use case, it is not revolutionary, guys. It's ultimately just a change in probably a skin or probably a few tweaked options that are out there. So just my thought on
Hmm.
all those projects which are out there, be a little careful is what I would like to say. Do not
Yes.
fall for those stuff, because at the end of the day,
Oh my
uh,
God.
I mean, if there is a loophole that people can figure out in those swaps, your assets are gone. So
Yes.
please be a little careful whenever you want to go ahead and use any of the new swaps that are coming out there. Just one small suggestion which I personally would do is any new project that is building a swap or something as such, anything to do with the transactional front of a token, I would definitely wait for a month for it to get established. I would definitely like to see the volume of trade that happens over there. And how do you say it? It's just about people speaking about it. It's as simple as that. So the moment you see that okay, there is no much hiccups in the trades, or there is actually something as a benefit that you actually can get, that is when I start using it. All right. So I mean, that's just my personal opinion. Just wanted to put it across.
Yeah, and you know what? And I want to kind of piggyback here on this. With some stuff that you're saying there, Mr. Oslin, blue collar talking here. That's the thing.
Yeah.
There is That's why it's pictured as a competitive space. There is dozens
Yeah.
and dozens of the same dang crap being built. And sorry for I get a
You're worked up.
little into it.
Yeah. Yeah. He's a
Um,
little lyric.
the the reason being is it saturates the space, it dilutes it, and people do not know
Yeah.
what the heck to do. Most people will, like you said, Mr. Oslin, they will venture back to the standardized what is known. Now, with that being said, there is some of these developers out there that is legit developers putting in this legitimate time.
Yeah.
Now, power off to them that they're building what they seeked out to do. But use your time, use your resources wisely. That is the time you can never get back. And in a year or two, with this being so saturated, not all is going to survive. I just, it's not going to happen. The
You're right.
best thing advice I can ask any developer out there, anybody who is involved with crypto, is just take a step back and look at the overall picture. Look at the
Yeah,
bigger picture and ask yourself, where are you headed with crypto in 5 years? And if you
absolutely.
cannot honestly answer that, do a little bit of research. Start looking at the bigger picture. It'll open up so many people's eyes and and get a more of a broad understanding of what's going on and what's going to make it past a year, make it past 3 years, 5 years, etc.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And just to add on with what Blue Collar Crypto was speaking about regarding the blockchain and stuff, my personal honest opinion on that, unless and until you have a minimum of 10,000 to 15,000 plus people using that particular blockchain, doesn't make sense for you to have one. And especially those projects which are getting into specific GameFi related ecosystems, right? They to a certain aspect they do need their own blockchains, mainly because of maintaining that integrity and holding down their fort in terms of the game, the ecosystem and stuff like that, whatever they have planned. So that works out for a few. I mean, again, like I said, you need to really have a very good fan following for that. But when it comes to other DeFi related projects, it's very very difficult. When it comes to DeFi and you have your own blockchain, will you keep moving around blockchains every single time until unless there is a proper interlopability? I forget that word, I cannot pronounce it, but what do you say, I'm transitioning in an easy manner between the blockchains. Until such a technology comes in, instead of your bridging and stuff like that, remove that and there will be a much more easier and straightforward method. It
Yeah.
wouldn't make sense to have your own blockchain, because see, ultimately end of the day, like I said, if the only people who using the particular blockchain is the community and the community is pretty small, doesn't make sense for you to have it. Now, would you spend so much of gas fees and move over to that particular blockchain, and end of the day there is no much benefit out of it, right?
Hmm.
So it's just because of using the products you need to go ahead and move to the blockchain. I wouldn't do so until unless the products are really good enough, right? So
Yep. The one way I see it where a blockchain could thrive is if, and I don't even want to throw this as a comparison out
I'll
there,
tell you.
but if a project's building an ecosystem, if they are
Yeah,
truly trying to build that ecosystem, that's where one could benefit. But
you're
beyond
right.
that, beyond that scope, if you got a single use case or, you're not trying to be innovative with the space, then yeah, it use your resources wisely.
Absolutely, you're right. I mean, I know of one blockchain project which is government supported. Okay, it's from
Yeah.
Korean region. It is government supported. Now, why am I actually happy with that project? Is even if individual people do not use that blockchain, the government is going to use it for their own internal affairs. So it's still
Yes.
a use case, right? It does
Yes.
it makes sense for you to go ahead and build one there. But
Now my question
many
is,
other
are
niche
they?
projects which are doing it, no.
Yeah. My question is, with the government getting into that, are they going to
Uh-huh.
allow that blockchain ledger to be public?
Yeah, yeah, because the
I
government
know.
is the one who is behind building the blockchain. In fact, they're the one who have been funding the entire process of building the blockchain. So they want to utilize it in their day-to-day aspects in whatever is happening in the government. They want to digitize or move into the blockchain aspect of whatever the government activities are going on. So yeah, if it's moving to the blockchain, it definitely would be transparent.
Yeah,
They
that
want to
that's
get
one of
that.
my things. I got a feeling, like for example, the United States and their regulations and how they. Oh my goodness,
Yeah.
this is another thin ice area here. I love touching those. I love getting dangerous. Um, this is my own conspiracy theory, so I'll claim that this is my own thought. The
Okay.
reason why the U.S. government hates crypto so much is because they believe in the technology. They understand what its capabilities are. But do you think they want where their government dollars are going to be public record? Heck no.
Thank you. I thought I was the only one that was thinking about this.
Nope.
I
No, you are
like
absolutely
Nope.
right.
So
You
what I
guys are
honestly,
absolutely right over there.
yeah,
And it's
how
not
I
just the
see
US.
that.
Yeah, sorry. Go on.
Let's see here. Blue Collar saying no way the SBDC would be public. That's my concern. Is if the government truly creates their own blockchain, they can
Mhm.
control that. They can say no. This is our private records. Um, and again, then to
No, I
me,
don't
that's
think
not
so,
blockchain.
Eddie, because that's not how blockchain ideally works. Because when you have your own blockchain, you definitely will have an explorer to it. And I mean, the power of decentralization is that, as far as the technical aspect goes, any blockchain you design will have a blockchain explorer, and that explorer is not controlled by a specific person. It's not maintained by a single server for you to go ahead and actually control it. It's spread across the entire globe and on the cloud. So if BSC scan or Etherscan is there, it's not controlled by Vitalik or CZ on the back end. It's something of a explorer that you have. It's kind of a what you can say, a doorway. That's it,
It
right?
is.
So that's what I feel. When it comes to the currency aspect of CBDCs, yes, they can definitely have control over it, be it the digital dollar or whatever the digital currency in house of their specific nation. But I believe the transactions and certain smart contracts will still be available for the public to go ahead and view. That's one move that blockchain would definitely bring in a lot more transparency and a lot more easiness in terms of you know uh, what my thought is. I've been quoting this from quite some time, but if in case CBDCs get established in all of the countries or regions in the world, and they start doing every operations in blockchain, yeah, they might mask a few transactions, but ultimately even the blockchain doesn't give you any more details apart from just the wallet address, right?
Mhm.
So it doesn't make any difference in my opinion unless and until you have those loopholes built in to your own blockchain. As far as that goes, an explorer should be pretty much transparent and public. But
Mhm.
yeah, let's wait and see. That's just my thought on what my experience goes when it comes to blockchains. It would
Yeah.
definitely be public. It wouldn't be something which a private entity can
Oh,
control it.
and that's exactly why, again, my own conspiracy theory, why I do feel why they are trying to enforce regulation to some extent and bring in some
Mhm.
form of centralization to it. Because
Yeah.
let's face it, our our government does not want us to account for 30% of their budget that is on books. Well, where did this go? Well, right now,
Yeah.
when I with the car washes, this is something that I recognize just as a business manager and administrator, overall. What is the biggest weakness with bookkeeping inside the real world? Human interaction. You can have a manager go in, skim money off the top, cook the books, and you would never know the difference. That blockchain technology eliminates that. It is
Yeah.
completely transparent. To a business, that is, that to me, that's huge. But our government don't want that. They don't want us to say, okay, well, now we can't account for the $2 trillion that went off our budget, or, you know, it, I feel that it has ulterior motives. That's all I can say with that.
Yeah. Now, I get you.
Say,
I get you. Certain transactions cannot be disclosed to the public, especially when it comes to few of the defense-related ones, few of the strategic back-end investments that the government does. I mean, not everything can be made public. Let's just face it. It's a fact. And now,
Hmm.
you as an individual itself, your wife does not want to know what your transactions are, or you do not, your wife also doesn't want to know what shopping she does, right? So sometimes if these things are secretive, certain other defense related aspects has to be kept secretive. So I mean, yeah, I think they would find a different way of having those transaction masked. I mean, that's something that I've
Hmm.
also been searching around, like how do you mask a particular transaction on a blockchain? Can you
Yep.
really do that? That's something that I'm
Hmm.
actually checking around a little, from say 2 to 3 weeks duration. I mean, just hit my head, like you said, Caddy, because of the
Yes.
budget that happened from Indian side, and they're coming out with their own digital currency here in India. So definitely they would be having their own blockchain, and they would utilize the blockchain technology too. So I was just thinking, the same thought just hit my mind, and that's where I started searching for anyone who can mask their transactions, whether it's
Yep.
possible really or not on the blockchain. You don't know. I mean, they might have the technology in place which not many people are aware about. Some things
Exactly.
are not to be made public.
Yep. If you take a look at our closed chat, there's a little tidbit of something to check out there. Something that I've been tracking.
Uh-huh.
Now, it is
Oh
very
no.
commonly. I don't. Have you heard of that yet?
No. I think I'll
Okay.
have to check that
Um,
out.
yes, I will say one thing. I will not publicly announce it on our channel because I don't. I
Nah,
It's
let's
one of
not do
those
it.
things. Yeah, it's one of
Free
those things. But
advertisement.
definitely research it with the type of path that you're looking to find out. That is something worth checking into. Um,
Hmm.
in my wallet exploring days, that is something I've came across a lot, and it's a brick wall. So just something to kind of think about there. But I can't say it's a brick wall. There is ways to go around it. But anyway, moving on.
That's for
Um,
later. No, yeah,
yes.
Stacy, definitely. I mean, it could happen. It will happen at some point. But the thing is like, and I'm glad that Caddy is thinking the same way that I was. It's like they're not gonna do it until they find ways to basically be able to regulate it and control what goes out to the public. Until that point, there's no way in the world that I highly doubt the government would be okay with making up their own blockchain so that everybody can see everything.
Yep.
That's just from the way they operate, how they've operated throughout, like through like the decades, centuries. It's I don't know. I don't. I'm just.
I'll tell you, if you guys haven't seen, there's a YouTube video out there. Oh God, who are the guys from? I want to say one was from Wildin' Out, and I don't know who the other one's from, but Shaitoshi versus Hamilton, and it's just like a little 5 6 minute video, and it's a debate. It's actually pretty cool. I don't know if all of any of you guys have seen it yet.
Hmm.
It's been out for a couple years. I stumbled across it, but it literally hits some very valid key points between talking about centralized and decentralized. Um, I actually loved it. It explained a lot, and of course, I like music, so put a beat to it, and I'm you got me hooked. So
I have to watch that after the stream tonight. I just found it.
yes, it's pretty hilarious, man.
So I was gonna say, just looking at the thumbnail, this looks hilarious.
Yes.
Right.
More
So one more
importantly, is the
thing that
message it
I
gets across.
Right.
Yeah, one more thing that I think, because I've been also watching the Congress meets that were happening in the US regarding the regulations
Hmm.
and stuff. You had all the heads of, Ripple, FTX, Coinbase, and Stellar that were there in
Hmm.
that particular meet. So, what the conversation around, I mean, just my thought, my personal opinions over here. I feel the government is not against crypto or blockchain. The government is against using crypto as a currency for transactions. You bring in that barter system which was existing before the bank came in, right? That would take away a lot of revenue. That would take away a lot of jobs, or that would take away a lot of investments that people have done already in the fiat portion. And since many such services have started in terms of accepting crypto as a currency mode, they do not want that happening. I mean, that's the only fear that they have, because once that barter system comes into picture, all your taxes, all your revenues are off the floor. I mean, they're not at all existing, because, well, Caddy, tomorrow if I want to purchase something from you, I send you crypto and you send me that goods. There is no tax as such involved for that, right? And no one, I mean, it's just a transaction that's available on the blockchain. You pay the gas fees, that's it. The government or anyone else does not need to regulate it. Whereas when it comes to
Hmm.
banks and stuff, you have this particular bank which is running, you have your savings accounts and stuff like that. I mean, that's non-existent when it comes to a decentralized platform. I think that's where they fear a lot. And even here in India also, that's what is something that I got to know reading through a lot of articles, interacting with a lot of people I know who are well versed with crypto and stuff. The the more and more I started digging in a little, the government does not want to ban crypto or does not want to go ahead against crypto. The main reason here being they cannot do that. They simply cannot do that because the penetration of crypto has been there to such an extent with people, and we saw it on the Super Bowl game, right? So
Hmm.
uh, I mean, it's all about not utilizing crypto as a currency that they're more worried about, is what my personal opinion is.
Yes. So, Mr. Roslin, I just want to address this question before we lose it down
Yeah.
here real quick. As Josie was saying that when was Brainstorm expected to launch, I'm going to go ahead and pull up my screen again here real quick for us. So this was a announcement that was actually dropped this week here, and it kind of breaks down about the project ecosystem. Currently in Q1, so by March 31st, we are looking for Scratch, Guardian, and Brainstem. So yes, Brainstem will be its own token, its own project, internal project, or epic within Arca. Actually, I can't even say it's its own epic. It's going to be its own token. That being said, when we were talking about the staking pool earlier, and for every token that is in that ecosystem, that is going to supply the actual staking pool once they go live. Let's see. Oh, Kara saying Timothy was part of that rap battle talking about the video. But on point here is, yes, that Brainstem will be its own token. Its expected launch date right now is Q1. We expect to hopefully hear something within this next week. A little bit more updates about where that's going. Right now, I know the team has been focused with Guardian and the presale. And if I can dig a little bit further back, let me find the other image that kind of laid out. Oh, goodness. This one might be a difficult one to find. Oh, there it is. Hey, that works. Where'd it go? Where'd it go?
Oh, he lost it.
Yes, my hyper scroll. There we go. Come on. I don't like that image. All right.
Yeah.
So this kind of lays out a very good timeline. And if you notice, we got a red R, a yellow P, and a green L. Oh my gosh, I'm dyslexic right now. So the red R, it means the donation registration. The P is the donation event, and the L is the actual launch. If you take a look here, you can see these are running concurrently. So the expected time is by the end of Q1. They're anticipating Brainstem right at the end of Q1. Now, with that being said, there's still many things that can come into play and into factor. It all depends on development and how it's to be determined. Let's say that it's anticipated Q1.
Yeah.
But we'll definitely be hearing some more stuff about that here over the next week. But as you can see that, yes, everything right now is running concurrently. We have the Guardian donation registration happening. We have the Brainstem donation registration that's going to start right about the same time as the donation drive itself for Guardian. Very Spitfire. We were warned, once this happens and those doors open, there's no stopping. And I'm telling you, 2022 is going to be a wild, wild year within all this.
Absolutely agree to that.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So I hope that kind of clears up that a little bit there for you. I want to say Josie. So if I am wrong, you can slap me around. I'm sorry. I am bad with names. Let's see, Just a Crypto Guy. Fantastic graphic, by the way. Thanks, team, for that one.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, Kyria saying Timmy Delgado. I can even say that right now. Was part of that Shaitoshi versus Hamilton, yes. So, yeah, I just hope that kind of clears that up a little bit for you there. Let's get out of that. What else do we have? We talked about the YouTubers signing up last week. We had a bunch of videos dropped this time around. I will keep my comments to myself, though. Great people. Love them all. Power to what they're doing. But I can only watch so many videos of going over a website.
Come on, Caddy. You gotta look for the Easter eggs that Ed leaves for us in there.
Oh yeah, yeah. And you know what? And that's the thing is that there is updates to that website every time that does happen. It's just one of the things. Like I'm like, all right, let's learn a little bit about the project itself. I'm that unique guy. I am that unique person. I am that one that actually will dig into a project and not portray what I read, but what I interpret.
Wait a moment.
Caddy.
Blue collar is asking him to be on the stream. Come on, get him in.
I got him. Let me dig through where you at here, Mr. Blue Collar. I think that's you right there. Yes, sir. All right. Let me get you the invite sent for this. So ignore the first one that was sitting in your DM.
Oh, Joe's here
there
too.
You go. BCC wants to join. Wait.
He was just saying that I wanted to join.
You know what? BCC, BCB, you guys are confusing me. JUCG, like, come on. I was like, all right, you all have ruined me with these abbreviations. I'm telling you. I'm going around talking about things in my life and I'm abbreviating it now. Like, okay. Like, no. I am getting too lazy. Bring your own. Okay.
Bring your own bag, right?
Yes, I would say, all right, before I finish that, because there's a different saying that we went through in my life. It wasn't BYOB, it was BYOS. Bring your own beer, bring your own liquor, bring whatever. Yep. We're going back in the woods, lighting the bonfire, and having a good time. If it can fit in the truck, it's going to be fun. Let's see. Give Mr. Blue Collar just a moment. Guys, I'm honored for him to come on with us tonight. That's massive.
Yes, absolutely.
And as
That's
he
good.
admitted that, oh my gosh, our viewers are actually going up right now just from that announcement. We went from 12
Good.
to 18. It's either that or it's Mr. Archangel Token in the room here. Beer, let's go with that one. Yes.
All right.
Hey, beer's a safe option, man. I mean,
Hey,
Who
it's
doesn't like
Super
it?
Bowl Sunday.
exactly.
Yes. I'm drinking my beer right now.
I was
Let's
gonna
see.
say it's Caddy's rare occasion.
Yes. What you got going on there, Mr. Blue? Alrighty, buddy. If you give me 1 second there, it looks like you need to jump into your cam and mic settings, and you will need to adjust something, or you have your OBS maybe running in the background. I've seen that before.
Beer's back.
So let's see
Cheers, look at
here.
it.
Yep. Let's see here. If you guys want to take this over for a second, I'm going to kind of walk him through what's going on. Oh, there he is. He got it figured out. All right. Welcome, Mr. I'm going to show you a little trick real quick, buddy. I'm going to pull you off screen real fast, and we are going to give him the rundown of the back end of StreamYard. So leave your green screen up. You can actually take advantage of that within StreamYards.
Yeah.
So, just real quick there, this will probably be the easiest way, if he's listening, is to click the cam and mic settings down there. And once you click that, you will see on a tab that says virtual background. You can click that there, and we can do some fun things. I don't know how well this is going to work right now. It may not work at all. Hey,
It does.
so we can go with that. Throw the car up behind. Just nice little
There we
tidbits.
go.
Yeah.
Caddy's joined us, Aslan.
Yes, okay,
Oh,
you're
he
going to
took
make
that
me do it.
down.
Ah. So yes, he's taking that look. All right, fine. I'll pull it back up. You're gonna make me go get my green screen out. I see this.
Oh, I gotta use Google Chrome. Hold on.
No problem. We'll see you right back there, Mr. Blue Collar.
All right.
Yeah.
All
It
right,
says
fine.
use
I
Google-
joined.
It says use Google Chrome. Hold on, I'll be back.
All right. All right.
Thank
So-
you, Caddy, for finally joining.
Wonder what browser he is using. You know, it might be the top secretive ones. That's why it's not allowing him to do the settings.
Most likely. Yep, it was his OBS that was giving him the hiccup at first. Okay. Let's see
Yeah.
here. Love the green. Yes. All right, guys. If you want to keep rolling with us for a second, this little shadow around me is driving me nuts. Give me 1 second. I will be right back.
Yeah.
That is great.
Nice to have him on board after so many days.
Right?
I think we were supposed to have him last week, right?
What?
Let me see. I think I
Look at
could.
that. Caddy is getting his own green screen.
Yep, I got one. I just don't like using it. It's
Now
not
you're forced to
fancy,
do it.
and it's not fancy, but it does the job. Okay,
I don't
normally it
have
does the
my-
job.
And
Hold
now
up,
you
I
have a
know
green
what it is.
outline.
Yep, I'm going to fix that real quick. I know exactly what that is. There we go. We should be good now. Maybe. Let's see here.
Any bombs dropped tonight?
There. It's
I
going to
think the
make me
bomb
get
drop
right on
was-
top.
Yeah, the bomb drop was more towards the BAC side and the Phantom Network launch that happened for
Yes.
Archangel. That's the biggest
Wow.
bomb that we dropped.
Yes,
Hey.
another thing.
Can you hear me?
What's going on?
Am I
Yes,
really
we
here?
got you. Yes,
Hey,
you are really
hey.
here.
I feel so good to be here finally. Thank
Yes,
you, guys.
welcome,
Oh,
brother.
man, I
So
got
nice to
green
have you
behind
too.
me. How about this? Is this better?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
let's do
back.
this. Hold on,
Yeah,
man. I'm
we just
screwing
need
it
some
all
light.
up. I feel honored to actually be here today. Oh, how about that? Is that better?
Yes,
Yep.
we got you.
I mean, we're about to time out, though. We've been on this thing for like 2 hours.
Every week, man. Every week, 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours.
Oh, this
Um,
green screen sucks. Whoa, look at that.
Hold up. So, Mr. BCC, if you go back into that settings and go to that virtual background again, check the box that says I have a green screen. It'll eliminate that.
All right. Hey, you just got Archangel Token saying any bomb drops tonight. I don't know, man. Archangel Token,
know
you're
what?
the head person, right? You tell me.
The bombs that
You tell
so
me.
the bomb,
Give
the
me the
one bomb
bombs.
he might, the one bomb he might have missed. Well, I don't know. He was watching the Super Bowl, so he probably caught it too. Is the feedback from the crypto, from the acceptance of crypto with the Super Bowl? Like, to me, that's a big, big bomb in itself. Like, I've learned so much just from that little analytic alone tonight. Kira saying, "What's going on, BCC?" Steven, yes. It's
The
a
magician
party
is
in here
working
tonight.
something on his laptop.
Okay.
Far,
Okay.
far
So,
away.
so how do
Look
I
at
see
these
the
guys.
comments? Do I need
The-
to go
all
back
right.
to YouTube to see the comments?
No, no need
no.
to.
Wait a minute. He may because Miss Brett, can you see the comments on the right?
I can. Yeah, I can see the
Okay.
comments in our comments.
Oh, wait.
Okay.
Oh,
so
yeah.
on the
okay, I
right side
got
of
you.
your screen.
I just
There
gotta
you
hit the
go.
I
right
think he
button.
was on the private chat section, so he was not able to see the comments.
I see
You
it.
just have
Oh,
to
yes.
switch
See it
over to the
now.
comments tab. Yeah.
I
Yep.
see it now. Cool. Thanks, guys. Hey, thanks for letting me in here. Finally.
Hey, I'm honored to have you, man. You know, hats off to you what you're doing, brother.
Yeah.
We've all started there. Like, you know, we all started somewhere, and that's what it takes. And I'm telling you, that consistency, that's the hardest hurdle to overcome right out of the gate.
Well,
Right.
Oh, go
I
ahead.
mean,
bud.
I only did it because there was no videos on Archangel. There was like a handful of videos, maybe like a month ago. And I was like, man, there's no videos on Archangel at all. So I was like, hey, I got
Mine
time.
must
Let
have
me
got
do
buried.
it. You know?
Heck yeah. I know at first I was doing a few of them, and then I got pretty deep into some things, and the next thing I know is I haven't put no content on my YouTube in a minute, and it's like, uh-oh. It's like, all right, I'm slacking. Slacking pretty bad
Yeah.
too. Let's see here, Joe saying that he saw 2 commercials. I caught 3. I caught the crypto.com, I caught the FTX commercial, and then I caught the Coinbase commercial.
All right. Sorry,
Yeah.
I thought since
Question, we saw everything that you were doing back there.
well, see,
And we
what I
also
was
saw
gonna-
what you were surfing for on your laptop.
what I was
Don't
gonna
worry, we
do.
won't tell anyone. Those pictures and videos
Yes.
are
Well,
safe
I'm
with us.
like, you guys are over here. You know, you got your logo. Kay's got his. I'm like, where's mine? So I'm sitting here going through my email trying to find my stuff.
You know, we have
Yeah.
access to your cookies now. So
You're not gonna find anything interesting in there.
Let's see.
I'm not worried.
Miss
he
Fred,
found the
what's
brick
going
one.
on this Saturday that you were just talking about?
I'm just listening. I'm listening to these guys. But we
I
were-
know, but like an hour ago, you said on Saturday we're gonna have maybe a live stream on Twitter.
like a long time ago. We did drop the bomb that we're planning a Twitter space on Saturday.
Cool,
Yes.
cool.
Just working
Well-
on the logistics.
You ought to. We need to have at least a little bit of a
Oh,
notification
look
so
at
that we can
that.
start spreading
you're
the
going to
word.
receive
You know.
a private message and a bomb.
You will.
BCC.
Yep. I'll say he's the newcomer. I guarantee
Go
you.
on.
Yep.
Now
It's
your
kind of
time
the
to announce
tradition.
it. Yeah.
It's kind of the tradition around here. So who knows? Who knows what
Right.
that bomb's going to be? I definitely recommend checking your Telegram. That was kind of like the hit right at first. It was every week, and there's no warning. It's while we're streaming. The next thing you know, you hear all of our telegrams go off at once, or one of us, and it's like, all right, thank you, sir. How do we prep for this one? All right, let's just go with it.
You never prep. That's the thing. You just
That's
go
the whole
for it.
joy of it. That is
Yeah.
the fun. Okay, I'm telling you what, guys. I'm gonna pull my green screen down because I'm not
Hey, it looks
digging this
good.
tonight. It may look good,
It
but it
looks
makes me
good.
look ugly, man. It takes away from
Nah.
this. You see this?
No. It does look good.
I can't even
It
reach it.
looks good. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it does look good.
All right, I'm cheap. I don't have the actual backdrop. I have the thing that goes on the back of my chair. So if I move a little bit, it's like, okay, that don't work. That don't
That's
work.
a cool effect, Caddy.
Yeah, we'll make it
Not
look like an
everyone can
eyelid.
do that effect, you know.
I know.
I mean, it's
Let's
cool.
see.
I mean, it's good.
So this is actually a very good point. I can go over a little bit about Twitter Spaces because there's some quirks about it, depending on what platform you're using. If
Yeah.
you're using Twitter on the actual web base, if you go to twitter.com, you can listen to these Twitter spaces. Now, how these Twitter spaces pop up on your channel is to make sure you're following the people hosting and the people that are joined in that group. The best recommendation I can say is go follow Miss Bread, follow myself, follow Blue Cow, follow all of us. Go to the Archangel token, Archangel_token. Yes, I had to think. There's so many Twitter handles I'm trying to remember. With that,
Probably we'll just drop it in the chat right now.
oh, there's another Joe in here. Threw me off. Oh, the effect when I move my chair. Yeah, actually, that is kind of cool.
Yeah, BCC, do you have your Telegram open? I think Joe is asking you if since you did not answer.
I just saw his message, and I was trying to respond, but man, there's too much stuff going on. Yeah, my Telegram's open. I don't know if it's updated or not, but
We'll be waiting for a DM now.
all right.
I will tell you. I will tell
Yeah.
you, BCC. The multitasking, I'm still adjusting to that too.
Hey, don't call me BCC. It's too confusing. Just call
All
me
right, blue collar. There we go.
blue collar
All right, blue.
or
Daddy
whatever.
has now an obsession with the short forms.
I blame whoever started that trend inside Arca. I blame you for my faults right now. It's your fault, whoever you are. No.
Oh, hey, I just got a DM. I just got the DM from Joe.
All right.
Man,
Oh.
he said I can announce this if I want to.
Yeah.
We're gonna
I think
give
I
you the
might not.
floor.
Hey, I'll have to wait
Yeah.
till next
Oh,
week.
Put him on the mainstream.
Wait, he's gonna have to wait till next week.
No.
I
Yeah.
need to crop my green screen. I don't know how to figure that out. All right, this is from Joe.
You can zoom.
Well, how do I zoom? We'll figure that out
Okay.
later. Man, here's an announcement. Let's have the announcement. You ready? Are you
Yes.
guys ready?
Yep.
Can you see
The
me?
floor is yours. Full
This is
screen.
from
The
Joe.
floor is yours.
Guardian is now a U.S. registered company. This week, Guardian's LLC received its federal EIN and our state business ID. Guardian is no longer a crypto project. It is a crypto company. More to follow. That's so cool.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That
So
is
fast.
Yes.
So fast. And we have not even reached the pre-sale start. And it's already a
Correct.
registered company.
Yeah.
I love
Yes.
that. That's awesome.
Wow.
just call him blue.
Just call
Um,
me blue, or you call me blue collar, whatever you want.
So
Thanks.
when we're
That's
talking
cool,
about like
man.
legitimate, heck yeah. So like when we're talking about the legitimacy of Guardian and the Arca ecosystem, not holding back, and this is another step to freaking prove that. Yeah, I'm in shock right at this moment. I'm at a loss for words. Let's see here. Joe loves crypto. Guardian is on it. By the way, oh, that's Jay, not Joe. Okay, welcome, Jay, man. I did not even realize. I'm like, we got another Joe here. Yeah, he's been getting
I think we
around.
need
Let's
more
see here.
coffee caddy.
You know what? I do. I'm actually been out for a minute. My batteries
See?
are running low. I got 18 minutes.
Nice.
I can wait a moment.
Now that's a big bomb.
That okay? Yeah. So, what did we say about that? Holy crap! LLC formed here. It speaks numbers about the legitimate. You know what Guardian is setting out to do, and bringing as much legitimacy to that project and being proactive. You know, Arca is on it. They're not holding back. That's the best thing I can say. Is that, to me, they are dotting I's, crossing T's. Okay, I said that right. Dotting I's, crossing T's, and and preparing. Let's see here. Just a Cryptos guy says boom. Yes. And Jay, yep, that Guardian's on it. Steven, wow, that's fire. Yeah. I can't say that speaks numbers about this team. It really does, of where it's all heading.
Yes. That
It's
is-
freaking exciting. Come on, guys. Like,
Dude, I'm super stoked.
I might
Yeah.
like I'm going to sleep here now. No. Yeah. That's crazy.
Big time news. I mean, that's another reason I like this project. You know, they just they don't talk, they just drop announcements. They just drop stuff that they've created. And hey, what was it? Under deliver and over, or I'm sorry, over deliver and under promise. That's the saying, right?
That's true.
Yes. That is the saying, and that's what they've held true all the way. And and when it was earlier in this project, I remember 2-3 months ago, and I stated this earlier in here, but the most famous phrase that evolved out of this project was just watch. That's all you can do. Just
Yeah.
watch. You know, we're not going to tell you that we're not going to sit here and give you smoke and mirrors. They're not going to sit there and tell you this is what we're doing and this is what we're doing and we're going to make it happen. Go shill it. No, we're going to build it and y'all are going to see it.
Yep.
And when you can
Yeah.
touch it, when you can feel it, yeah, it's massive, 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 massive.
I'll just tell this in general to everyone who is in crypto. The moment you see that a product is driving the entire project, that means it's a legit one. They are serious about it. The moment you see hype created and only the hype is driving the project without any actual products in place, then that's something that you need to be really careful about. That's
Yeah.
just my personal opinion, and probably it's not financial advice, but just an advice.
No, it's very true, and it's the trend that I see out there when I vet projects. It's sad. There's so much focus around hype, around meme.
We have
It's
seen
sad
what it
because
does.
exactly. We've all witnessed it firsthand. I mean,
Yeah.
and that's why Blue Collar yourself, Quester, Mr. Aslan, why. And I'm sorry, Miss Brett, I can't count you in this one, but for the YouTubers that are out there and the vision that's being portrayed,
Yeah.
we all came in. I'm not going to say we took an oath, but we came in with our morals. We came in with our ethics, and we're following what is true to us. We're not out there shilling a 100x token or 1,000x and some promising gains that we can't deliver on. We're showing facts. And so that's why, Blue Collar, I have much, much respect for you, sir, when I watch your videos. It is stuff that you can prove. It's the evidence of what's going on. It's not focused around hype and what ifs. It's what is. And that means the world to me directly. That's
Yeah.
why I started my journey, what I intended on focusing on, and I'm glad to see that trend. Because when I started in the space, you couldn't find one of us out there. Like, it was non-existent. It was all the pay-to-play shillers.
Yeah. And I
Oh,
like
see,
Jay's
Arca-
comment on that. You know what I would personally think? Joe sitting down on an interview in some of the big channels out there, and
Oh, he'd
on the
blow him
TV.
away.
yeah,
You
on the
know-
TV explaining all this stuff.
Yeah. And amazingly, and I don't know if for the others that's been listening to Twitter Spaces lately, I swear Joe has a twin out there. And it's not by the demeanor. It is a guy. He's been active out here in these Twitter Spaces and just not looking at a screen. I had to take a second guess, like, am I listening to Joe? And Kira even says, she's like, that sounds a lot like him, especially when this dude's tired. It sounds exactly like our Joe. And I mean, the same. Oh, it's crazy. And I'm like, nope, that's not. Let's see here. What is he saying?
Crypto can only grow so much
okay.
on hype. Sooner or later, a true industry will need standards. Those standards are coming, and we are going to help set them. Absolutely true. I agree to that. So yeah, I mean, hype can only drive your token to a certain extent, but end of the day, okay, think of it this way: you are creating a hype that you're going to come out with your own staking platform. The more and more hype you create, people think that okay, there will be some crazy stuff that will be coming out, and you would be waiting. But if there is no actual work that's going on in the background, and you tend to go ahead and probably not deliver it, then it's just a false promise, right? So if there is work going on, it is taking a little bit of time. That's a different concept. But if there is nothing actually happening, and all you do is just hype, hype, hype. Okay, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. All right, what's next?
That was you. Okay. And that's the one thing about it too is if you're seeing a token that has a lot of hype and a lot of that behind it, you really need to question yourself and go back, look at their tokenomics, look how they laid out their budget. How much did they lay apart for development, and how much did they put in for, their marketing? And let me tell you, if that ratio, if the marketing outweighs the development, be cautious. Not financial advice. I'm not telling anybody how to invest or what to do. Solely things that I look for. And if you see that ratio a little bit off, their focus isn't on innovation. It's not on staying up in the space. They're solely focusing on selling hype. And I hate to say that because there are some projects that are just misled. And when they launched, they didn't understand budgeting. They didn't understand how to do
Right.
this stuff. But they're going to hit faults as that goes. If without relaunching a token or V2 or V3, they're not going to be able to fix that. And I just, be more aware, be cautious. The tokenomics plays a big role in fundamental analysis. To me, it's a very big key factor of what I look into, just because it tells you a lot of where the project is headed. Now, the next thing is the project following those tokenomics. So if you get really good at Etherscan, that stuff is easy. It is fairly easy to track. There's many good tools out there where you can track certain wallets and watch where transactions are going. It's things just to kind of pay attention to. Some new scams that's popped out this week. This is something I wanted to touch base on earlier. I had a friend message me earlier this week and asked me to take a look. Like, hey, this token just went live like 3 hours ago. Take a look real quick. It's kind of impressive what's going on.
Yeah.
So I jump in. All I can say is, guys, be cautious. If you see something out there that don't feel right, don't look right, trust your gut. That's all I can say with that is trust your gut, because this was a token that was launched that was called Visa Metaverse. Now, for those that actually follow crypto news, that's not new news. Back last August, Visa had purchased an NFT, a CryptoPunk NFT, for I think it was right around 150 grand. And that showed their interest in that type of space. And they were talking about hiring their own development team, own blockchain experts to follow up. Well, mysteriously, a Visa Metaverse token pops up live onto DEX tools. And the one thing that caught me about it is we're not just seeing small climbs. We're seeing 3 to 15 ETH going in this at one time. And I'm like, okay, like, I don't even want to show the chart on it because people are going to be like, actually, I should show you because this is a prime example of what not to invest into. If you have a chart that is constantly going up and up and up, red flag in your head. Even if you see 1 or 2 little red candles in there, but the trend is just on the up and up and they hit a $2 billion market cap in 24 hours, there's something going on here. Okay, so full disclosure, I weighed risk versus reward because I knew of that news that happened a long time ago. When it was at an $11 million market cap, I threw just a little bit of money at it. I'm like, you know what? I lose it. It's an educational experience. But if this is for real, Visa doing a stealth launch and however they're going to handle this, it's worth that risk. Well, okay, so after about 5 hours of me chart watching this, and I only see one red candle, then I see another red candle, and it's coming from the same wallet. For you amateurs and rookies out there, that is a sign of a honeypot. Red flags. Take a look. So I jumped the gun. I didn't do my deep digging. Upon doing my digging, liquidity was not locked, even though the icons are showing up on DEX Cools as there is locked liquidity. You click it, it takes you to the homepage. It doesn't take you to anything directly.
Yeah. No, that's one
and it's
part,
a new
Caddy,
type
but
of scheme.
let me also add into that since you spoke of locking liquidity. See, liquidity lock doesn't ideally say that it's pure totally honeypot proof, right? Or totally scam proof. Liquidity is one part. Say you might have provided just 5 to 10 BNB worth of liquidity, but your marketing wallet, if it is configured to receive almost 50% of your reflections, you can anyways pull out your marketing wallet. You don't need the liquidity pool at all, because that way your liquidity would have been built with all the trades that are happening. So your liquidity pool now at the end of the day, because of the transaction taxes and the tokenomics, instead of the 10 BNB that you initially started with, would now have somewhere around 20-25 BNB available. So you can use your marketing wallet to sell your tokens and withdraw those 10, 15, 20 BNB out. And then what happens? Okay, they say that, okay, someone actually withdrew. So a big bag is gone. I mean, people do not spend time in terms of tracking all this stuff. And this has happened. A owner can send at the time of creation of a token, a project owner can send or create almost as high as 1,000 wallets. You can
Yes.
do it, and also send your crypto tokens to each one of their wallets in a specific amount. So what if at the time of creation itself you have gone ahead and created 5 to 6 different wallets, which are big bags or probably holding some sufficient amount, say 5%, 2%, 3% of the overall supply, and then after that you start selling from those wallets, no one would know who is selling, right?
Yep.
So I mean, there is a bit of a culture change that needs to happen with people on People asking about liquidity lock and why is it, if it's a liquidity lock, it doesn't mean it's not rug proof. Let me just put it very clear.
Yes.
I did put this in a video also on my regular educational segments. So that's where I think, liquidity lock is a kind of a factor that definitely needs to be there for all those meme and new projects which are not so much into the crypto world and they do not know what they're doing, right? They're
Hmm.
trying to raise funds and then come out with products. Those kind of projects, they definitely need some liquidity lock. Why? Mainly because you have some amount of liquidity that's actually available. Even if you are in loss, you're not getting hit too much. You are at least able to
Yes.
sell your tokens, right?
Yep.
So
So
I mean, that's something that you need to be also clear about.
yeah. So I don't
How
mean to
or why
hijack the
is
whole stream.
Dextools listing these scams?
Yes.
Let me just put this straightforward on Jay's question regarding Dextools listing. Dextools is not a listing website. It doesn't do anything apart from pull data from Etherscan or BSC scan. So whatever is a contract that is deployed on the blockchain, it just pulls the data. There is no one vetting it. There is no one actually going ahead and looking through all these contracts and stuff. So it's just a data pulling mechanism, like the same way even CoinMarketCap does in terms of pulling data from Etherscan and various other
Hmm.
sources or oracles, as they call them in the crypto space. In terms of taking information, they just fetch information. They do not vet it, and that's something that
Correct.
Guardian is definitely planning to change.
Exactly. Now, another thing I want to point out, and I think Miss Brad, you came across this as well. I think I seen a comment on Twitter from you over this whole situation. Since we're on the topic of type of scams that are going on, I read I think it was a 26 tweet,
Yes.
literally a story of a project manager, somebody who's highly involved within a project, and there was somebody who came into their community. Now, guys, the reason why I'm saying this is there's a few good points to take away from this. And reading that situation, I realized there was opportunity to prevent any of this from occurring right out of the gate to begin with. Okay. So the situation that we've seen unfold is this project had a couple group members come in. One of them claimed to be a graphic designer and presenting some really decent work. He kind of laid low in there for, I think it was about a week or two, build up his name, doing artwork every day, building up that rapport.
Mhm.
In process of doing that, he brought in a couple of his friends and somebody that was involved. This project was focused over aviation. And there was this guy's art, or the artist had a friend that was with an aviation company. I can't remember if it was Boeing or with one of them guys.
Really?
Really, that's irrelevant. But the fact they introduced the project manager over there was like, okay, this is an ample marketing opportunity. I have somebody who's proven to be trustworthy against me, that's been working with me now for a while. I have no reason not to trust him. They brought this person in. So the one thing the project manager did do is this person's name, I believe, was Lynn something. He did go to their official website to the project and seen that this person is legit listed on there as an operating person and was like, okay. So moved on. So that's fine. We know you'd be best as an advisor with us and that she was working on this NFT project. And long story short, the key moral I hit there's we'll come back to. Long story short is that project she was working on was NFTs. He thought she was a trusted person. He was doing some testing. She sent an NFT to him. She begged for him to hold it into his primary wallet.
Mhm.
And he was a little cautious. He took that as soon as he got the tokens to purchase the NFT. He moved that to a clean wallet. So it's somebody who's kind of familiar out there, still minding his P's and Q's. Went on ahead and did that and had realized that it was an actual scam. It was an NFT that was created to pull the funds directly out of their wallet. The moral behind this is they are trying to get so sophisticated that they are willing to go spend a week or two within a project to build that rapport and to make this happen. Two things that I took away from this to where they had opportunity to prevent it from ever getting to this part. One, when somebody says that in your project, and this is for all the moderators, all the administrators out there, everybody who is operating a project, this is for you. When you are doing that and you have somebody who comes up who says they are from a reputable company, even though you can go to the website and verify them, there's nothing preventing them from creating a cloned account. Now, with that being said, what is the one thing you cannot clone? A company-based email. If this person is from a reputable company and they state that is where they're from, ask them to shoot you an email from their official email with the company they work for. Ask them for their LinkedIn profile. If they're representing themselves as an actual company, ask for these details. If it's somebody that's on a Twitter, is an influencer, a way to prevent that is they could have easily said, hey, jump on your official Twitter, your official YouTube, drop this word somewhere in your comments, drop this word somewhere in your tweet so I can verify it's you.
Yeah.
Those actions weren't taken, and that is one area I could see that could have been mitigated before it got to that extent. The risk of this, if that gentleman would have left that token in the primary wallet, that was the developer wallet for that contract, for that token. Guys, those wallets don't hold, it's not just pennies on dollars. It's that would have wrecked that wrecked the project. Let's see here.
That's
hey,
right.
everyone.
Yeah, Irvin,
Yep.
thank you so much for all the support from Manila, Philippines. No worries, this will be recorded and available on YouTube, so you could just go ahead and check it out.
And
It
sorry,
will be
I'm
there
just
in the
ranting.
Archangel official channel as well, or any one of
Yeah.
our channels.
Yes.
I mean, is blue link to this particular stream? Not yet,
No,
right?
unfortunately not.
All right.
The service that we have allows me up to 4, and currently
4.
we're
Yeah,
on
got it.
R3 and then the official YouTube.
Right.
I can always up that. If we get more people on here and we want to keep rolling with this, I have no problem upping that plan. I would love to see this aired and getting as far of a reach as we can there.
That's right.
But that's my enough venting this week and kind of educating on some of the scams. Again, I've been out in the spaces just observing. I sit back and I soak this stuff in. And I look at the opportunities that were missed. Where could they have prevented this? What could they have done differently? And I just ask myself, okay, the next question I ask is there a solution to the problems that are present? And if they're not, my notebook's upstairs. I grab my notebook out, write a little bit thing down.
And put it
it's
to
just some of
Guardian
those things.
solutions or suggestions.
Yes. One thing about Guardian, we're gonna have to start pumping the brakes on a little bit. Like, that thing is getting massive.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right on that, Caddy. It's just a matter of time because, I have seen how projects develop and I have seen how solutions actually develop. But when it comes to Guardian, the reach and the vastness that it's planning to be in the entire space it's trying to cover, they're hitting all the right bells, right? So it's just a matter of time that people become aware, people become start asking for how to use Guardian and stuff, and they start using the platform themselves. It's just that personalized experience, and once that kicks in, you will definitely have a widespread awareness as well as a widespread use case for the entire Guardian platform. And this platform is like we've all been quoting. I mean, initial stages, yes, we were all saying that it will be a one-stop solution. It will be a one-stop solution, and that's becoming true because each and every aspect of crypto is being added over there.
Yes.
Right. Each and every data, you want to know the details of a project, it's available for you. You want to know a summary of a project, it's available for you. You want to know the price movement, it's available for you. You need certain how-to videos or probably certain specific videos targeting those projects. You have Brainstem, that's available for you. And then you have certain other aspects in terms of finding out whether a project is rug proof or stuff like that. I mean, that's the whole concept of spider or spy doctor, however you want to pronounce it, right? So that's something that's being done. You want the DeFi angle. You want to go ahead and use a swap so that you can directly go ahead and purchase instead of going to a different website. Yeah, that integration is going on. I mean, it's all in one place, for anything and everything that you want to actually do. Guardian is going to become that. Just a matter of time. Yeah, sorry, you were.
Oh, you're all right there. I wanted to address this. Zen had to take off for a minute. Did he miss anything cool? Blue Collar, do you want to tell him what he might have missed?
Oh, hold on, let me go back to my Telegram. Hold on. Guardian is now a U.S. registered company. This week, Guardian's LLC received a federal EIN and our state business ID. Guardian is no longer a crypto project. It is a crypto company. Did you miss that? I hope you got it now.
Oh, you know what? I know he missed it because I'm watching our chats, and if knowing Zen well enough, he would be jumping over in the Guardian Telegram right now doing dancing icons or dancing gifs.
No, that's awesome.
That's my boy. Yes, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Again,
Wonder when YouTube
no
will
rock
start allowing
unturned.
gifts. It will be all gift walls over here in the comments.
Yes. I thank goodness YouTube doesn't allow that yet.
Yeah, you do have only super stickers, I believe. I mean,
Aw,
small.
Caddy, you had to say something. He's already there.
Yeah. Oh, is he?
I saw
Is
the
he?
notification pop up my second
Here you go,
screen.
Kay. Yes. Yes. No. Impressive, man. I followed a lot of projects over the time, and the way they're executing, it's unmatched. There's somebody behind the scenes that's definitely got some experience, rather in the crypto world or real world. Either way, the process of execution, the efficiency, the ways taken, it's impressive. I cannot deny that. This isn't done by some kid behind the streets by any means. This is somebody
Yeah.
who knows and is passionate and driven about what's happening. Plain and simple.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Jerry says that's awesome. Stacy
But
says, I'll
before
say
that,
it
Stacey is
again.
asking for a job. I don't know what job does he
I don't know.
actually looking. I mean, I'm a little confused because I've seen that comment multiple times now. He says that I need a job. I need a job. So, Stacey, what kind of a job do you need? We would like to hear more about that.
Yes.
Should we conduct an interview for
Because-
him now?
But here's the thing. And I love you, Stacy, but I'm going to say there is one thing wrong with that statement that you have made. So, and what I got to point out here is, I'll say it again. I need a job. No, brother, you don't need a job. You need a hobby. You need a hobby that you enjoy going to do every day, and you may collect some money from it. Because if you go to a job, you're still working. If you're doing something you love, you never work another day in
Yeah.
your freaking life, man.
When you have passion of doing
mindset-
something, you don't treat it as work. You enjoy it.
Yes.
The moment you start enjoying your work, it doesn't give you stress. It doesn't give you that. Any job to make money for Arca, just hold Arca and stake it whenever you can.
Exactly. It's making money for you. Let's see here. Zen says, no, it speaks to the vision of the team. They are treating the projects like a Fortune 500 company and not some run-of-the-mill crypto raising the bar.
Absolutely
Exactly right. I hate to refer any project into our Fortune 500 or into anything in that real-world situation, but
Yeah.
it's recognized problems that's out there. It's the innovation. It's the regulation that is, it's going to be inevitable. It's going to hit sooner or later. So be proactive with it.
Yeah.
Hit it off head on. And guess what? You can get the hell out of here if you don't think that we're being legit. If you don't think that this is a legit company, look at what they're trying to do in every aspect. This is all, pre-registration. I mean, come on. Who else is doing that? They're launching. They're sitting on it for 6-8 months. Oh, now we've done an LLC, or now we've done this, or we just got our first audit. We got our first audit. I think it was within 2 weeks of launch, and it's just they're taking it to very, very. Oh God, I forgot my train of thought again. It's after 10, isn't it?
That's okay.
Gaddy, you were right.
You need
were
more
right before.
coffee.
You were
What's up,
talking
buddy?
about all these scam tokens and all these hype tokens, and man, I might be a YouTube producer a little bit, but man, I'm a YouTube consumer. Like,
Yes.
I'm driving to work, I'm driving down the road, and I just stream YouTube videos on crypto, right? And it's like, yeah, dude, all hype. Dude, you
Yep.
know what?
Yeah.
Guys I followed for the last 6 months are just hyping these brand new tokens. And the price goes all the way up to like 300 million market cap and then plummets back down to like 50 million. And it's like
Exactly.
it's like, oh, we're gonna build an NFT marketplace, or we're gonna build a swap. Are you serious? There's like
Yes.
50 tokens that say we're gonna build a swap. No, I'm not. I don't want that. Or hey, we're gonna build our own blockchain. I don't want you to build a blockchain, dude.
No.
Dude, Ethereum, Algorand, Cardano, Harmony. How many other ones are there? That
Oh my God.
all they are is a blockchain. That is
Yep.
legit. It's secure. It's scalable. I don't want you to build a blockchain. You have no idea what you're doing. Like,
Exactly.
do something
You know,
else.
people speak so easily about building a blockchain. Let me tell you, to build the basics of a blockchain, it takes 6 months. Just the basics. And if you want to build a full-fledged blockchain, which would give you a platform, and if you want to really build it with all the functionality and usages, no less than 1.5 to 2 years. Unless and until you are just copying the existing layer 2, layer 1 solutions and probably just adding in a little more features or probably modifying the contract that's existing. Instead of you building a fresh one, if you're modifying it, it might take a little lesser time, but no lesser than 1 year or 1.5 year for any blockchain that you can build. Let me be very frank and open. And this is after a discussion with some of the technical experts that I have had personally on some of the other channels. All right. So this is what it means. Like whenever you see a project which is coming out with a blockchain and says that okay, we're going to come out and build a blockchain within 3 months, please do not trust it until and unless they show you proof that they have been building it from the past 1 year or 1.5 year duration. All right. So, and one more thing that I want to address. I mean, Stacy, I'm very sorry to hear that COVID killed your job. I just hope, mate, that you find a good job pretty soon.
Yeah.
And I hope you don't find a job, buddy. I hope you find a good hobby.
Find something that makes you happy.
Yeah.
Exactly, man. Let me tell you, I wasn't happy managing a car wash for freaking 12 years. That wasn't what I set out to do for my life. And then, I picked up YouTube. It started off as a hobby. It started off as something very uncomfortable to me. I'm not that camera guy. I never was. I didn't even like taking a freaking photo. And I just looked at Karen and I was like, enough's enough. It's time to move on. Like, time to get uncomfortable with myself. Put me in front of this dang thing. And you know what? I sat there for like 3 weeks doing recordings, and I'm sitting there. And here's the blessing about recordings, but here's the weakness of it and what ruins it. Is you can hit that stop button. You can go back and edit. You can sit there, trash the whole thing. Guess what? When you go live, it's all you, brother. It's all you guys.
Yeah.
And
Joe
that's
just
where
dropped the bomb.
personality shine.
Joe just dropped the bomb.
Oh, let's see here. I've seen squat,
Yeah,
so
we
you
would
must
love
be.
to. 99.9% of crypto projects aren't building squat. So I can show you how Guardian is being built if you would like to see it. Not posting yet, but I can send it via DM and you can show it on the screen. Yeah, we would love to, Joe. I mean, we would definitely love to show it. And this is what I mean, right? So
Wait a minute. Am I
when you're
looking at the right
actually
one?
building something from scratch and when you know that you're actually progressing in certain aspects, all these progress tracker updates, that is what means that yes, you're really doing stuff rather than people just making blunt promises or just speaking about it's there, it's coming, it's being built and stuff like that. You need to have that valid proof that you can actually showcase that something is being done, and unless and until you have that, you cannot abide or probably hold that person responsible that it's definitely going to happen. And that's something that is really nice with the Archangel team. In fact, that's what I've been seeing right from the beginning of its launch. It's not something which has happened very recently. It's right from the beginning of launch. Transparency, consistency, and proper planning and execution. These are the stuff that Archangel really holds in terms of having any aspect of the project run.
Yes. Sorry, guys. I just sent got it to every one of your channels. All right. So I just wanted to make sure that this is it. We're going to have to leave this one up for a moment. So, guys, I'm going to pull all of us off screen because there is a lot to take in.
Let's go.
Hold on. I just got to make sure that this is the correct thing. And the only reason why I say that, it's got to be. Okay. Here we go. And if I'm wrong about this, I'm wrong about this. Uh-oh. And I just removed it. Where'd it go? There we go. Add a stream. All right, guys. Yeah. So we're just going to blow this up full screen, and we're going to show you here. Joe and his flowcharts. You want to see what Guardian's doing in a complete and utter breakdown?
I guess, Caddy, you will have to zoom in a little more.
Let's see here. What happens if I do?
That's in the top. Yeah. About. Yeah.
Caddy, man, you gotta talk about that because it's too small on my screen, and also explain why LLC is such a positive thing than just being a rando crypto token.
Oh man, so
come on, Caddy, do it.
Establishing the limited liability company around a project. What does this do? It brings a lot of hold on, I just heard something.
The legal aspects are taken care of.
I only sent you one, so it's right. It was just a lot to take in there for a moment, sir. I was like, I haven't seen this yet. I want to make sure that was right, and make sure I understood it before we threw it up on screen. So you'll recognize one. Yeah, let's start off with that there, Blue Collar. We're talking about the U.S.-based LLC construct. That limited liability company brings the legitimacy around what Guardian is trying to do. One, this also opens up a lot of potential within the real world aspect. It brings accountability. I don't want to say accountability to the project itself, but what Guardian is set out to do, it's going to be needed with the regulations and everything that's going forward. The Guardian is taking the approach of making sure they're being proactive with what's to come. You know, again, regulation is something that we can talk about all we want. We know it's going to happen sooner or later. Let's be prepared. Let's be ready. Let's see, what all can I talk about on this?
Right, and they
what
could
else
be
do I
ahead
know?
of the
It would
legal.
take a lot more time for us to analyze this entire flowchart, in my opinion. But what I can actually derive or probably come to on simple terms is the left side of the flowchart, or the top portion in whatever is the gray and the green aspects. They speak of what the actual integration and what's the backend work that needs to be done for the
Exactly.
Guardian platform to have a launch done. So be it the registration in terms of LLC, the tokenomics, and the server related updates and stuff. So the skin color or the cream color arrow mark or the area, that would be the actual UI integration, as they say. It's more to do with the experience and the user base on how it looks, the visual appeal, right?
So
Put
yeah,
it across.
the way this flowchart breaks it down is you'll see the administrative work for the project itself, the actual administration side. You will see the infrastructure side, is what I'm gathering. You're going to see the server, the collaborations, the software that is being used within. The next thing you're going to see is the UI UX XD development. That is the actual platform that is being created. And then the very bottom one we see is its actual progress with the donation drives and everything that's going on there. And if you notice, from left to right, start to finish, at the end result, we have a token launch. Now, you show me another one of these. You show me another project that can present something like this pre-donation of what's going to be done. Okay, I can't even say of what's going to be done because anybody can whip up a freaking slide. The other thing is, show them.
Not in so much
Just
of
watch.
detail, Caddy. Not in so much of detail, because the moment you
very
start
right.
putting in so much of details, you know for a fact that you have actually been working about it.
So Joe's saying,
Yeah.
that gray is the business, green is the infrastructure,
Business.
orange is the development, and blue is the customer-facing steps.
Nice.
Yeah,
Hey,
I would
all I
definitely
know,
like to
all I
pause-
know is I could see Bank of America logo on there. Are you for real?
I see a lot of logos, in fact, and I have my own doubts or speculations to make, but that's something that I'll keep for myself right now until unless certain other information is released. But you know what? I definitely need to spend time on this flowchart. It is
A
really
lot of
nice.
information for sure.
Yeah, a lot of information.
yes.
I would
So,
go ahead and pause the particular stream after this recording is ended and it's available on the regular channels. I'll go ahead, pause it, probably make note or take a snapshot and then
Yes.
sit down for analysis.
Oh, there's a lot to take in. I
Is
see
that
a
going to
lot
be
of
on the
Yeah.
announcement channel?
Yeah, Stacy
Probably
caught one
sooner
thing
than
that I
later.
also caught, trust swap.
Yeah, I saw Trust
Yes.
Swap on there at the bottom right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So-
That's something that's actually ringing a bell in my mind. So let's see.
Yes.
Let's just wait
So
for the
I
official
noticed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got another message. Let's see here. Question from Maine. I understand what an LC, but how does it affect Guardian? So yeah, again, to piggyback off that, I did not actually go into too much in depth because I am being cautious, and to some degree. And the reason why I say that is if you look up there with the chart that we had up, there was one thing that stuck out to me that is keeping me kind of on eggshells at the moment. But the thing about an LLC is that one, it establishes the legitimacy. Two, who's going to pay Guardian's bills? The Guardian platform, that doesn't come free. That has to be paid by somebody. And that's the one thing about it. By the way, before this question even comes out, and I know it's going to come out, is who owns Guardian LLC? And when that time comes and you see the tokenomics of this project, you'll understand it's the community. There's just people paying their bills, plain and simple. That community-driven project, you guys had done the research analysis. You guys led what needed to be done. Arca and Guardian has been building it, and Yeah. So that's another big aspect, that's I'm going to say that is probably like the administrative side is to be able to pay those bills. They don't take for payment. It's not like a YouTuber. You can't go throw them a few ETH or do this or do that. There's a line when it crosses with that regulation coming. It's Guardian being proactive and just making sure. And again, I'll reiterate it like this: the I's are dotted and T's are crossed. So
Yeah,
when that
yeah,
time comes,
Caddy.
and Rick, what's up?
That's you said it, man. Like that's my understanding. Like, hey, if you're a corporation, like you can make legitimate contracts. Like you could say, hey, I want to do this for that. Well, if you're just some random
Yeah.
crypto company, what are you going to pay him in Bitcoin? Are you going to pay him in Dogecoin? No, dude, you're going to pay him in dollars, man. And you're going to
Yes.
have a contract that's legitimate. And you could do
Yes.
that if you're an LLC. And that's my understanding. I don't know
Right.
if that's for real, but
No,
it makes
is.
sense. A legitimate business doing work with another legitimate business. You can't just be a random no-name crypto person,
That's right.
Exactly.
See,
So-
having an LLC will also put you in the front end when it comes to actual regulations that might kick in the future.
Yes.
So having yourself registered as an LLC will only give you that additional, what you can say, the security measure that
Here we go.
you have taken previously itself before actual regulation comes in. What if tomorrow the regulation says only cryptos which are registered as LLCs or with the SEC in certain aspects are allowed to go ahead and trade? If such is a scenario, then all these so-called meme coin, those hype S coins. I'm sorry. I mean, not the project name S, but
No, we
the
know.
We get it.
coins. So those will be out. All right. So only
Yes.
those legit ones which are really set to do something in the crypto space and really know what they're actually working on would remain. Not everyone would be going ahead and registering themselves as an LLC because, yeah, even though certain times the process is quite simple for a few with the right amount of contacts, it is not actually something that is definitely accepted by the crypto owners or project owners, mainly because you're coming under the regulation right now. You're being scrutinized, you're being KYC'd and stuff like that. So it's not so easy for them to remain.
Exactly.
And yeah,
Yep.
Joe's
So,
comment.
yeah, Joe's explanation there was exactly about the framework allows Guardian to operate within existing compliance requirements. Being a U.S. company also exposes Guardian to options that are only available to U.S. companies, and that's very true.
Yeah.
You know, how do I word that one? Okay, I'm going to leave that one for another time. And actually, it's not
Go on,
even
Kenny,
appropriate
it's
for
okay.
YouTube. No, I can't. It's not even appropriate for YouTube. I have my
Yeah.
own certain beliefs. Again, I am yes sir, yes ma'am, thank you, but I'm also that sailor. I have no filters sometimes, and once I get on a certain topic, that's why Twitter Spaces are my thing. I can get in there and I can just let loose, and nobody's going to give a care.
Yeah.
Let's see here. What else did Joe say? Banking, insurance, development services, infrastructure, employment services, partnerships with U.S. companies, facilities, and the list goes on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And one more thing that I believe on a personal note, when you have certain LLC registrations done for crypto projects, is that you're bringing in those institutional investments too. It would be a lot more easier to bring in those institutional investments because now you're a registered entity. You're not just a normal project which is there on the blockchain. You're a registered company right now. So you can definitely get those institutional funding, or probably even, you never know, we could even see crypto projects going out with IPOs in the future. That might happen.
Right. So that's the thing with Guardian and what it's set out to do is, that user-centric platform to ease, to ease people's research. With that, the exposure to that, who do you think is going to want to pick up on that? These big actual platforms, because they want to intrigue people. They could spend the time to build it themselves. They could spend the time on the resources and money. Without a doubt, we've seen Coinbase. They have that kind of money to spend. They just chose to spend, approximately $6 million on a crypto commercial tonight for the Super Bowl. To each their own. We with Arca, it decided to build it, then we'll shill it, and
Yeah.
that's the thing. It's not saying, hey, this is what we're going to do. Hey, here it is. Come touch it. Come feel it. Come taste it. Yep. There you go.
Absolutely. And that is the main reason why these legit projects always take time. They do not,
Yes.
have such sudden price movements as you see in certain other meme tokens. Even though you feel that, okay, you know what, we are going to the moon, we are going like 100x, we are going like 200x within a short span of 1 or 2 months. After 2 to 3 months, the coin is back to where it was. All right,
Yeah, if
they
not
never
worse.
sustain that price
Oh
point.
yeah.
That's the only thing that happens between the real projects, because initial takeoff of certain real projects is very, very slow, and once they take off, they're not stopping. So
Mm-hmm.
it's all that build phase that really matters for most of the crypto projects that are real and legit out there. So once the building phase is over and the execution actually comes in, it's just about watching those big green movements on the charts. You will have some red ones. If you do not have red ones, stay away from those charts or projects. You should always have red and green. That's a good combination on your chart. So,
Yes.
but it will be on an uptrend, is what I
You
meant.
know what? You know what? Since we keep bringing this up, and before we call it a night, I will not show the actual name of it, but I will show you the chart, a chart to avoid. Let's see if I haven't even looked at it now in a couple days.
Man, Caddy, don't even do it, man. You know how many garbage tokens that I threw money at? At
Oh yeah,
least six.
and that happens. And this one here, I
Yeah.
understood. I understood the risk that was involved with it, but I was weighing that risk versus reward. When I
Yeah.
looked at that aspect, it was okay. If this is a scam, I'm not saying I threw an ETH at it. I don't have that kind of money. I just threw a couple $100. Like, all right,
Well, an
enough
ETH 2 months ago was a lot more than it is now, right?
that is true.
Yeah.
It's half
Oh, yeah.
of what it
That
was.
That is very, very true. Okay.
Killing me.
Oh my god. Okay, never mind. We're not even going to show this because it is completely wrecked.
Hey, look.
Okay.
You know what? Well, Caddy's deciding that. Let me add this in real quick. Hey, don't worry.
Yep.
You can cuss like a sailor. That's why you have me and Aslan here. we'll be your mediators. As soon as you start going off, we'll try to get you back on the path.
Yes.
But
Yes.
if we
And
are, if we are in, like us three are sitting down together, yeah, no, it won't matter because it's not YouTube.
Yeah, exactly. And that's one thing I do like about Twitter Spaces. So congrats to Twitter for this aspect. You're leaving censorship off the table. Thank you for letting people be them freaking selves.
Right.
Okay.
One of the reasons I didn't want to come on here, man. I dropped so many F-bombs. It's ridiculous, man.
Dude.
Like,
Trust-
hell, at least when I'm recording, I could delete it out. But man, on the live stream, we don't have any red buttons,
Yeah. The only thing that's actually, it doesn't save us because there is a 10-second delay between us and them hearing us, but there's no way to stop that once it happens.
Yeah.
I made a fraudulent slip, a couple weeks ago. I was just heated in the moment, and it happens.
No point in having a delay.
We all heard what Caddy was saying.
Yeah. And you know what? Most of the time, you're okay. If you catch a person who's not in a good mood or somebody who's just got ulterior motives and they want to report you, YouTube is rough about that. I've been reported a couple times. I've had my channel shut down. I've had my channel suspended. And it's like, get the heck out of here. I can't stand the censorship. The whole point is let me be me.
Oh, there's
Let me be
probably
freaking
100
me.
things you could say, but don't say Omicron, don't say Russia, and don't say war with Russia, right? Oh, we just got banned.
So,
Right?
oh my gosh.
Well, I don't know. We're about 3 hours in.
You would
so
receive
they
a ban from
probably don't
Russia
even
with
look
love,
that
you
far
know?
down the stream, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, they just don't
Yeah,
care.
I mean, you would receive a ban from Russia with love. That's
Oh,
all.
God.
What it is.
So-
I'm referring to that James Bond movie, From Russia with Love.
Did you read Joe's last comment? He said part of
Yeah.
being an LLC is and regulations compliance is coming whether we like it or not. Projects with a true vision to be part of the legitimate crypto industry must, what's it say? Well, it moved around. Must
That's
make
why I
this
said I
choice.
lost it.
We're simply making this choice first. I like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Positive.
that's what I mean. When you sit back and observe of what they're doing, they're being as proactive with this as they can. They're thinking that 1, 3, 5 years ahead. They're thinking ahead of not only time, but the movements within the space. It's one of those things, be prepared, never need it, then need it and not have it, and be caught with your pants down. And let me tell you, ain't nobody want to see that site from me. So they're, okay, that all came out completely wrong.
Hey, Caddy, I'm
Back up.
yeah, let's just switch it to something else.
Yeah,
I
let's
don't
not get into that
understand.
visual image.
I
It's
don't
technology.
understand how Archangel token isn't like the price isn't way higher than it is. Like if you look at all these other projects that come out and have nothing to offer, and then you look at Archangel project and their ecosystem, and you're like, man, they're working on like a dozen things that we know of. And,
Yep.
and you're like, wow, we only have like 4,500 holders, 4,700 holders, token holders. Like, damn, dude, tokens launch and they end up with like 10,000 holders, and they're at like, I don't even get it, like $300 million market cap. We've been out for like, what, 6 months? I don't
one
understand. Trips
No,
me
that's
out.
what I meant. Like,
I'll shed a
people
little.
get into the FOMO and hype. It's
Yes.
all about thinking that they can make a quick buck of a 2x or a 3x. And that's where people are going wrong, and that's where the awareness actually kicks in. And that's where I said real projects do not have those skyrocketing prices. They do not have such high, increment or increase in terms of holders very quickly. The main reason being people who invest in those real projects initially, at least, are the ones who definitely know what the project is actually doing, and they are ready to go through that building phase, right? So once you get through that building phase is when the actual FOMO again kicks in, because see, many people are intrigued by the charts. The moment you see a lot of green walls or green lines on the chart, that's when people start FOMOing in it. The moment you see that a coin is up by 50%, 60%, that's when you see a lot. I mean, there are a lot of people monitoring that change. All right. So they do have bots, they do have certain mechanisms wherein it keeps showing on your DEX tools or PooCoin that any specific token that's up by 20% and above, it gives you an alert. All right. So the moment you receive that alert, people just go ahead. They don't even check the white paper. They don't even visit the website. They don't even care about what token is. All right.
Yeah.
They just put the money, wait for 2x, drag it out.
You're right.
That's
Mr.
all
Roslin.
some of them do. Yeah.
And you know what? There's a lot of the YouTube channels I watch, and that's all they do is they just look at charts. And it's like, and if you look at our chart, you're like, no, that token's gone.
I mean,
but that's not even it. Like, you need to look at the project. The chart has a lot of the charts have nothing to do with the project. It's all about hype. Just like you're saying, man.
That's where I want to actually break away from that particular, routine of going ahead and discussing about charts. Yeah, you use your charts for technical analysis. That's absolutely okay. I do not discuss price. I mean, that's where, to a certain extent, I stopped it. The only time I discuss about price is something that I have done my own analysis and I just want to put across to people. But apart from that, I keep it generic to topics. I keep it generic to certain aspects or news about what's going on in the project rather than worrying about price. Because ultimately, like I said, if it is a product driven project, the price will obviously come. It's just a matter of time.
Yep.
All right. So it's just a matter of time. It's only that your products will be full-fledged and utilized. And as and when you see that more use cases start happening, the more and more products get developed internally and they start launching, that's when you see all those price movements happening. So it's like you invest in, I mean, on one side, I would like to invest in people rather than a cryptocurrency. So the people behind the project is something that I really look forward for. If I feel that the project is good, first and foremost, I go ahead and check the people behind the project. If they're, I mean, the idea might be good, but it all boils down to execution, right? So if the people are good enough in terms of technical knowledge or the way that they go ahead and do stuff and get this really executed, if the idea is materialized, that is what I look for. And that's when I would go ahead and invest. Now, there are different strategies for different people. Yes, you can keep a certain amount of your budget allocated to all those meme coin stuff, gamble around, but do not gamble too much. 80%, according to me, again, not financial advice, my personal opinion on what I personally do, 80% I keep it in all these legit crypto projects, which I know for a fact I'm investing in people. I'm not investing in just a project. I'm investing in the people behind it. So that's what I do with 80%, 70 to 80% of my investments. The rest 20% I play around. I gamble. All right. So if it comes back, it comes back. Otherwise, it goes. I've lost it. I've made some money. Both sides. So I mean, that's where you need to actually think. Instead of someone going ahead and telling you, okay, this coin is actually mooning, it's going to go 100x. What happened to all those tokens which are out there, which were supposed to go to the moon? I keep thinking most of the times, does moon really have that much of real estate to hold all these projects?
I don't know, man. You look on Twitter, it's nuts. It's people are like, hey, when is blah 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 token?
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't even know.
With so many crypto projects coming out and everyone wants to go to the moon, I don't know what moon's real estate space is. I mean, will it really have that much of to hold everyone out there? So
yeah.
No, see, you got to go, instead of saying you're going to the moon, you got to say a specific planet's moon. So like Europa. You know, you
Yeah,
guys
yeah,
say,
yeah,
like,
you're
Titan.
right.
Got you.
Going
You gotta,
high
you
on
gotta
it.
start getting
So-
specific. You can't say the moon. You guys say like Europa, Titan. What's the other one? Io. I'm trying to think of all the ones
like
that
what's
are-
gonna happen though? Like, there's compared to like 8 or 9 months ago. There's what am I trying to say? There's a
The number of
lot less
projects.
tokens to throw your money at.
Yeah.
So all the money that was going into the 10 tokens is now going into 10,000 tokens. You know?
You're right.
Mhm.
So what's going to happen? What in 6 months is it going to be like massive pain for like a ton of people? Except like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and like 10 other tokens and coins, because you can't have whatever $1 trillion going into 15,000 tokens. I mean, what's going to happen?
Yeah.
Nothing good, right? I mean,
You know,
I
Blue,
don't know.
Blue, I can launch a token right now within the next 1 hour.
Mm-hmm.
I can do that because I've been studying on how to build a smart contract, how you can use smart contracts and stuff, and it doesn't take too much of time. All it
No,
takes
it
is
don't.
a little bit of BNB or ETH with you, and yeah, I can show it to you within 15 minutes how you can build your own contract.
Yeah.
All you need to do is
Yep.
just copy an existing contract and just change a few parameters. That's it. It's as easy
Yes.
as that.
Yeah.
You don't need to be a techie or a tech geek to go ahead and launch a token, unless and until you want to design your own contract, know the loopholes, find out, fiddle around, and improvise the existing contract that's out there. You can definitely take reference of a certain good project that is there, but you need to build your own contract in order to add in that extra utility. Like take example Archangel itself. We migrated the contract. Why did we do that? Because we wanted to add additional functionality of having the support for NFTs, having the support for cross-chain tokens, which would be part of the staking pool in the coming future. Now that was not possible with the previous existing contract. That is the change
Wait. Hold
needed.
on.
Yeah.
You just
Go on.
said to add functionality for NFTs. I haven't heard that yet. Are you dropping a bomb there,
Oh,
Mr. Haslam?
nah, it is.
I haven't
I'll
heard
tell you,
that.
I'll give you 2 hints.
I
I'll give you
assumed
2 hints.
that, but nobody
Yeah,
said
you are right.
anything yet. Are
You're
you
right.
telling me that's what's going
Archangel
on?
will have NFTs because that is something that was revealed as a sneak peek, but not exactly how it is going to look and stuff like that. But yes, Archangel will be having NFTs, that's for sure. Because Joe has only said that, I'm open to say that.
I'm
On the
just
Sooner
second
or
I'm
side,
later.
goofing around anyway.
yeah, on the second side you have Scratch. Scratch is a purely NFT based project, right? So you never know. I mean, that's what I speculate. Again, just speculation from my own personal note. The staking pool might have rewards in NFTs in the future. Just speculation. Might or might not happen.
Just saying.
Might or
it
might not happen.
I
Don't
love
hold
that.
me to it.
I love that.
But yeah.
Yeah, and
But just
you know
thinking.
what? Hey, not to interrupt you, but yeah, people who got in on these scratch, you can't say pre-sale. The scratch
Right.
token pre-launch. Let's say that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure these people are going to get airdropped NFTs because they're all about NFTs, right?
It makes sense.
Yeah, that's
It
something that
makes
needs the
sense.
Scratch team to
I don't
decide.
know.
Well,
So-
Crazy.
Joe has a comment up.
Let me go down
I
and see
missed
here.
some.
I missed it.
Yeah.
So those pump and
Nah, it
dumps.
just
it's
came in.
the s-
It just came in. It's okay.
So those pump and dumps, it's the same 20,000 people swapping money for each other back and forth. And you know what? I did want to mention this, but
You're
I was
right.
trying to be kind of cautious. When you were saying earlier, Blue, about how these hype and meme coins, how they have such a high volume, it's because it is the same group going around, and what they are literally doing is trying to liquidate the smaller guys.
Yeah, and it's
let's be
crazy
real, let's be
because there's like 100 different people on Twitter, and you could see it, you could watch it happen, and
Yep.
and you're
Right.
like, but that doesn't even make sense. This token has no utility. The utility is the same thing as 10, 20 other tokens 2 months ago.
Right.
It's not even a thing. It trips me out. Like I think there'll be a time where people will be like, "Oh, this isn't going to work." What
That's
is
true.
real in crypto? You know, they'll either go
Exactly.
straight to Bitcoin or something else. You know.
Yep.
Yeah. You know, the
And you
last
know what-
line Joe did mention on his comment, it's a casino. Smart ones leave with money, dumb ones keep playing. I really like that. And it's actually true because many people think that getting on a token and waiting for it to actually go ahead with a 2x. I mean, I said that I would be okay to gamble a little, right? Whenever you want to gamble as well, It's not like you would be always successful in the gambling portion, and you need to be really smart. You need to be watching the charts. You need to, especially when you want to gamble. I'll tell you, just not financial advice again. So you get on a pre-sale, wait for the token launch. Once you're at 2x or a 3x, get out of it if you want to make some quick buck. But there is a big condition over here. You need to know whether the token launch is smooth. You need to depend on whether, you need to take that risk of the token price not going below the pre-sale price. This has happened in many of the projects. After the launch, you see that small green candle, and then poof, it's below your pre-sale price, right?
Yep.
So all these things you need to be, that's where I say smart people really take the money. It's still with the smart people, and not many people understand that. So that's where your awareness, your education, your understanding of how crypto works, it's really really important. Do not please go by anyone telling you to go ahead and invest in the project. Not even me, in fact.
Say,
Yeah.
Even
exactly.
if
And
me
none
on
of us.
any of the channels, yeah.
Yes.
Any of us, I'm sorry. Okay, I'll take that. I did want to take the onus on me first before I include you guys, but
No. So, because I
yeah,
want to throw out
absolutely.
again, one, not financial advice. This is purely informational. Again, just want to state that because we are talking in kind of that borderline area. But the way I personally do things, my investing strategy, what I follow, and I do recommend this to other people. And again, it's your own journey. Do what you please. When you get into a project, this is what I do. Is when you get that opportunity, and like Mr. Osland was saying, you see it 2x or 3x or whatever your goal is, pull out your original investment. So that way you're not playing with the
Yeah.
money. Okay, I don't want to say playing. You're not using the money that you put in. You've secured your investment. What are you doing at
Right.
that point? You're riding the house.
Yeah,
Now,
Caddy, all that makes sense. And you know what? And
Yep.
and that stuff takes time to learn. And a lot of people
Mm-hmm.
got to learn it the hard way. And you know what? I mean, I just
we all
follow
did.
Rao Paul's philosophy. Like, I am just irrationally long crypto. Like, too much
Mhm.
money in crypto. Don't do what I'm doing. But if you do, and then the market plummets 80%, and you're like, oh well, it's just volatile. But I don't
Yep.
need the money for
Yeah.
rent, so it's all good. It's just
Exactly.
investment money. But,
And again-
but you're right, Caddy, man. When if it ever goes up, yeah, I don't want to say the word Saitama. When it goes up 10x, and you're like, oh man, this is going to keep going up. No, man, you should probably take some profits.
Yep.
You
And
should
that's
probably
smart
take
investing.
some profits.
On a technical
is
aspect,
just
if
a
you look
heads
at
up.
it, yeah, sorry. On a technical aspect, if you look at it, right, be it the stocks or your regular crypto charts, on a technical aspect, if you see a lot of green candles building up, be sure it will be red next.
Oh,
Just be sure.
yes.
Okay, it's a technical
goes
aspect.
up?
You cannot
And you know what?
always
I learned
have
that.
green
I learned
coming in
that
unless and until it's a
by
honey pot.
watching it the hard way.
Yep.
Yeah, you need to be prepared, and that is where your smart play comes into picture. That is
So-
where you're okay with whatever profits you've got. Pull out what you can and let the rest ride. To whatever extent
So-
it goes, whether it goes even beyond 10x or it just drops down to a 2x or a 1x.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
That's
with that
okay.
being said, when you see that, what I call the consolidation, when you see it go up and then you see the consolidating occur, that is
Yeah.
healthy. And I'll explain to people who may not understand that just watch charts and doesn't understand why that's important to a project. What you're seeing is what they call a holder cycle. You're seeing people who hold early on in the project, hold big bags. They are DCAing down, or I can't say DCAing. They are averaging
profits
their
a bit.
buy sellouts, taking profits, doing the smart investing. What does that do? That gives an opportunity for a smaller investor to enter into a project at a lesser price. If you don't see those cycles happening, now this is something too that many people that has a false narrative out there that a lot of projects fail in their first 6 months. Many projects don't get to see those cycle stages. So it's not something that many are used to and get to witness. That is one of the hardest hurdles that most projects do hit is that holder cycle. Because when you are such a micro cap, and at launch, when you have that happen, you're going to see the volatility.
Hey, you know what?
Volatility.
Call it a night, man. Call it a night.
Can you have a sip of
it
coffee,
is.
please?
I got still a quarter pot up there, and I think this is my. I've lost track on pots today. All I know is I'm going through my containers of coffee a heck of a lot faster here lately. With that being said, though, when you see that, that's something that a lot of projects, though, they don't get to hit those hurdles. They don't see those issues arise. It is common. And when what you see this most in is the projects with utility, the ones that are out there building. And the reason being is, unfortunately, most of the people that are in this, they're looking for that P&D. They're looking for that overnight dirty word, and they get upset when they don't get it. I was speaking at one point with a marketer, and he brought up a very valid point to me. With the mindset in crypto nowadays is buy the hype, sell the utility. And that's sad that that's how it's portrayed. Because when, you selling at the utility, you're selling at the potential. In my eyes, that's short-term investing. That's, borderline day traders. They don't care about what's actually going on with the project. They're just focused on, let's build that hype. I'm going to cash out before that utility comes, because then they've already, to that person's mindset, their investment matured. And that is the best way I can put that, in the most subtle way. For these long-term investors, us hodlers, we're wanting that utility to come out, and we're wanting it to evolve. We're watching it enhance and wreck. I don't want to say wreck. It is interrupting the space. That is, let's see here. Stacy says you need a pot now. I got a half of one up there.
Caddy, you're
let's
right
see.
though. But what you're saying is, like that's trading, and if that's your bag, that's cool. But it's kind of hard to do when you've got tokens that are 4, 6, 8, 10, 12% tax. Look, I'm not trying to trade on any of those tokens, man. I'm just trying to invest. I'm trying to find a project that looks legit. I'm trying to maybe throw a little bit of my investment money into it and just hold on for a little while. But I've heard it before, and I'm not going to take credit for the statement, but it's like, man, our society now is and you kind of said it before, is like, no, man, we have a gambling mentality on investing, and it's like get rich quick kind of stuff, and it's like, no, that's not good. But what happens when you have 5 million people with that mentality?
Correct.
Nothing's good. Nothing good is gonna happen with that. Like something
No,
bad.
what's going to happen is the IRS is going to knock each one's door.
When you know what happens when you have 5 million people with that mindset? Take a look at today's market over the last 12 months, and that will show you what happens with the people with that mindset. Now, again, when it comes to somebody investing with that type of strategy, I've always preached this, and it feels like it's been a while since I've said this, so I'm going to say it again, is those people are investing with their emotions. Plain and simple. They're coming in with that mindset of, hey, I need 100x, I need a 10x, get the heck out of here. You need to learn how to manage investing, manage your wealth. By coming in with emotion, you're going to be blindsided. You're going to make reckless moves. You're going to make reckless decisions based off of emotion, not fact. If anybody asks me what's the best advice I can give them, that's what I go to. When you come in and you open up that phone and you're looking at your charts, you leave emotion at your front door. You go kick that right out in your front yard, and you put the focus on insight of, one, why did you invest in this to begin with? And if you answer that as far as, because I wanted 10x or 20x, you're in the wrong place. You're going to lose, and you're going to lose every freaking time. You may get 1 in a million chance, and you may become that one person. It does happen. I'm not going to say it doesn't. But the odds are against you, plain and simple. When you leave emotion at the door, you come in with a clear head. You look at the bigger picture. You understand what's going on. You let your mind try to understand. When you come in with that emotion, you don't allow yourself to truly get the bigger picture of a project, of its tokenomics, of what's going on behind the scenes. You get clouded. And that clouding is going to hit your bank account, and not in a good way. That's the best advice I can give anybody, is be cautious what you click. Don't invest with emotion. Leave that at the door. Don't throw your mortgage into crypto. Just don't do it, guys. I know I preach this too, and it's a broken record. Don't invest more than you can afford to lose. I can't say we've all, some of us have done it. I'm guilty of it. I've done it. on a whim. I'm like, okay, here's a good buy. I've done some research.
Disappeared. I'm just
Yep.
playing.
He's like, I'm gone.
Yeah.
He did
You know,
not.
Quester is always we call him the magician. You know, he always has this disappearing act. But today we
Yeah.
caught you in the act, Quester. We saw what you do behind the scenes, especially with your laptop and your cookies.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah,
We seen
looking
you
for
back there.
my profile.
We seen you back there.
hey, we're like 3 hours
Hey,
into the
you know-
stream, and I'm
Yeah.
thinking there's probably like 5 people watching this, and that's us.
14.
So I have a
And hopefully-
question. I have a question that no one will hear except us.
Oh, we do
And
have
yes,
We'll
14
edit
on.
it later. Don't worry.
Go
How,
on. Go
how,
on.
how can Archangel attract massive investors? And I'm talking institutional investors who are looking to invest in crypto for the first time, and they're going to go for Bitcoin. How are they
You know
going?
what?
How can Archangel say, I know Bitcoin is whatever, but we're number 2, the coolest shit in the world, right?
Yep. So you
If
know what
we
we
can
do?
do that, it's over.
Mhm.
You know what we do? We go back to the roots, to the ground of Arca, and back to these famous words. Just watch. We're going to show you. We're going to bring that utility to you. Once you get your hands on it and understand what potential it has, it's going to sell itself. There's going to be no need.
I think you're right. And I think Guardian and the ecosystem that Guardian has around it, people start using it and people will say, hey man, this is cool. They quit using Coin Market Cap. They quit using CoinGecko. They quit using whatever. They quit going to YouTube for their straight up crypto videos or crypto education. And they go to the Guardian ecosystem. Man, after months of that, 3, 4, 6 months of that, I could see that. And I could see people going, damn, who's running this program here? Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Let
I
me
don't know.
put
I
in
don't see
my
anything like
views.
that. I don't see anything like that.
Definitely. Let me put in my views. Like, I have 2 facts to actually go ahead and speak of. First and foremost is the Bitcoin dominance. So the Bitcoin dominance has reduced from 45% to 40% odd. And altcoin season they're saying it's officially here and it started for this year. But that's on the sidelines. When you speak of big institutions or financial entities who wants to invest in crypto, the first and foremost thing that they look at is the return of their investment. So if I'm going ahead and putting $1 million into this particular project, how much room for growth would I have to get my investment back with some interest or with some profit? Now, if you invest in Bitcoin, would you be having that much of room for growth?
Yeah,
Absolutely
but
not.
risk, but also risk.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. That's where I'm coming from. So Bitcoin, yeah, you may feel that it's digital gold and it's a safe investment because anyways it's kind of stable. But no, Bitcoin is actually more volatile than you think. It's not so stable. But when it comes to certain other projects, like say the altcoin projects, like we have our Archangel, these are product-based projects, right? The moment you have product-based projects, you have a product up and running. That is where people look into. Like, for example, if I want to put across, we have our Apple as a company, right? So now why is Apple being run as a company and why is it so successful? Because of its products, because of its iPhone, because of its Mac, because of other technology that they've come out with, or their iOS software. So the products are what is driving the entire company. The same way over here, Bitcoin is kind of treated as gold. Now when you look at gold, it's just nothing, it's just a commodity for you to go ahead and keep, and that increases in value over time. That is how Bitcoin is looked at. You do not have any specific project for Bitcoin as such, right? There is no product which is involving Bitcoin. It's ideally kind of being used as a currency itself, right? Kind of a barter system that's existing with Bitcoin. So you use it to either convert it to any other token or go ahead and use Bitcoin directly for payments and stuff like that. That is what we are doing with it. But when it comes to these altcoin projects, there are products backing it. So that is where I would say that investors, all these big financial institutions, will definitely look into this altcoins more. Yes, they would definitely have a certain amount of investment done on the Bitcoin and stable tokens that are out there, but not everything because there is no room for growth. When you are putting, like I said, $1 million, you would expect $10 million back, and $10 million is not something Bitcoin can give you for the $1 million investment. But when it comes to certain other altcoins which are product driven, I mean, which are product driven, very, very specific on that, that is there as a potential for you. It's not just a 10x, it's a 100x potential that you can look for, right?
Yeah.
Because with
Yeah.
that
I
amount of
hear what you're
funding,
saying. I
yeah,
hear
with
what
that
you're
amount of
saying.
funding, you can definitely achieve a lot more, because now you have the financial backing instead of just the community which was built. You definitely can go ahead with other what you can say, those hi-fi services, or hi-fi or a much better service sector where you can build or probably make your things run a lot more smoother, a lot more faster. Those are the stuff, you get more access to technology is what I would say, right? So you make your products better. As and when you start making your products better, then your project will improve. You have more people coming in. That's how you can grow.
Yep. Hey, I gotta hit the bedroll. I got a busy day tomorrow.
I
Appreciate you
feel
guys
you.
Yeah, I
letting me
mean,
into this
it's been
channel
almost
tonight.
3 hours. Oh my God, I lost track of time.
Yeah, we roll with it tonight. And Miss Brett's just sitting down there like, okay, I'm having a good
Yeah.
time.
Oh,
Quester's
Miss
trying
Brett
to
didn't
hold his
say
eyes
anything.
sorry,
open.
Miss Red.
No,
Quester said like 5 words.
no. See, the
Oh.
issue's like I don't know why, but my contacts are super dry. So like the entire time I'm like,
Oh, that's the
that's
worst.
why I like disappear at times because like I go like this,
Yeah, I
and
know.
the
I
white
go
screen
back
just
and forth,
deletes
but
me.
I've been wearing glasses a lot lately. I can't handle the
I was
can't
gonna
handle
say
the contacts.
I had
I'm
a
right there
feeling
with
when
you
I got
guys.
home that I should put on the glasses, and I was like, nah, I'll be fine.
Holy crap, I can see. Normally I can't see. That makes a world of difference. Anyway. Yeah. Well,
Cat,
guys,
how
I
are
think
you?
we
He's
know.
like, oh. He's
Let's
just like
just
in the
let's-
computer.
There's only maybe 50 people trying hard, maybe more. All the community needs to help. That's definitely not 3K people. No, that's right.
He's right.
You know,
Yeah.
that's the harsh reality of it. This was launched. Arca was launched as a community-driven token. I want to finish on this final thought because it's something that really grinds my gears. I don't know if Peter has that trademarked or whatnot, but that's something that really grinds my gears. Is we have over 3,000 people in our freaking, over 4,000 holders, 4K holders, right?
Yeah.
And I see the same 30 to 50 people. Again, I get it. Not everybody has the time for this, but at the same time, everybody wants a project to do it for them. Well, guys, this is a community-driven project. The best thing is you invested in this project for what reason? Was it to sit back and watch everybody else do the work, or do you want to help your investment? It's like you're buying an ownership share. Okay, I don't know if this is the best example. This has no value, no anything. This is the way I can compare this is you hold ownership into something, and it's right. You hold ownership into something. How are you going to help your ownership? How are you going to help your business? How are you going to help your investment? It really, really, really irks me. And again, I'm that big sweat equity guy. I go out, I do what I can almost every day, even in the front, in the back, whatever I can do and better myself every day. Because that's what the space truly needs. And, we have some hardcore people in Arca, some hardcore guys and gals out there. The biggest thing is, would love to see a lot of other people step up within the community and, tell what you believe. Everybody's like, oh, go pay for this shiller, go have them do this. And, and the results that you get from that, it's not organic. You are you're faking it. The best thing you can do is every chance I get, I talk about Arca. People tell me to shut the hell up because I can't quit talking about it. And why? It's because I truly believe in what I invested in. What every one of you is out here doing every freaking day. You don't see that in other communities. And there's so many dollars and stuff that walk out. The best thing that can be done is invest in yourself. When you invest in yourself and invest yourself in your investments. I can't think of another way to put it without me going off the wall here right now. Because it is, late at night and I'm borderline that edgy.
I think the
Yeah.
best thing to describe it as is like, if you want the most and best out of your investment, I mean, you invested this for your own sake, hopefully on your own accord, because you felt like you needed to, and it was going to be from your own research. If that's the mentality that you had, you invested in it because you wanted to and because you trust the project, why would you leave it to someone else to give you that money back? Like, you should be able to go in and just for yourself, like even if you just want to do your own profit, if you go out there and talk about it and you bring in people and you shill just as hard as if someone's truly dedicated to the project, I bet you anything, your profits are going to come. You can take out your money and you can go.
Mhm.
But the thing is, as well, is you gotta, if you took the initiative to get the project, you gotta take the initiative to see your investment grow, and you gotta be willing to actually work for it. You're not gonna make money just letting other people break their backs for you. And I'm sorry, but that's just I don't stand for that, and I don't like that. I feel like you should still put in your work no matter which project you're in. I don't care if it's a community project or not. You still should put in your work, just for the fact that it's your own money and you should only trust yourself to invest or to increase your profits.
So, yeah, no, you're dang right. And you know what? And I'm going to say this, and people might hate me for this one, but I don't care. It's got to be said. If you want to sit back and watch other people do the work for your investments, go invest in the freaking stock market. Take your 0.5% of gain. Take your 0.1% gain. That's the type of returns you should have expect if you're relying on somebody else or something else to do it for you. With crypto, it's a different approach. It's not your typical investment strategy. It's all about what you as a community can put forth for what you believe in. I'm going to tone it down a little bit. I noticed that voice was getting deep there for a second.
Caddy,
What's up?
dude, we reached the 3-hour line, man.
I know. We do need to call it a night here, guys.
Dropping off, bro.
Cut it.
Yes. All right, Blue Collar.
Hey,
Brother,
thanks for letting
thank
me
you.
be on the show tonight.
Anytime,
Mr.
man.
Osmond,
Anytime.
Quester, Brad,
Yeah.
Caddy.
Blue, we would like
Yes.
to see you hop in more over here on the cafe.
Hey, I can't commit to anything. My life is
Nah,
crazy.
no commitment, it's fine. Whenever you can, we would love to have you here, man.
You never know where I'm gonna be, man. I might be in Michigan or San Diego or Seattle, but I might be in a hotel.
Hey,
I might
you
dial
know
in.
what?
You can always join
All
through
you
a phone.
need. All you
Yeah,
need. You can
because
even
it's
get on
just a phone and
StreamYards
the
through
net
this.
connection.
Are you telling me I could get in here on my phone?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You
All right.
just need a browser because it's
So
just a
all I
browser
gotta
link.
do is just say, "Hey, let me in," and you'll send me a link.
That's it.
Yep.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
That's
all
that simple.
right. All right.
So again, brother, I appreciate you coming by. It's been it's been a pleasure. It's been an awesome Super Bowl. Super Bowl Sunday. I ain't gonna say awesome Super Bowl because I didn't even catch it, but
I didn't
um,
watch
I watched the
There's mixed feelings
commercials. That
about
was
the
it.
Super Bowl. Don't worry.
Okay. I watched the commercials and I did watch the halftime show. I mean, come on, my generation. I couldn't.
It's the halftime show. Like it's
Hey,
tradition.
I'm leaving the show.
Yes. All right. We'll see you.
See ya. Bye.
Good night, everybody.
Yeah, guys. All right.